All right, welcome to the show, guys. Welcome to the show. Let's do this, right? Those of you who are here for the first time, my name is Sham. This is X5. The truth is always out there. All the videos that we do, they're kind of the truth. That's what I always say, like, truth is out there. So I'm going to talk about Cardano today because Cardano, there's been a bit of a development that I want to talk about, which could impact the price. Maybe not. It could be absolutely nothing. So I want to talk about it, and we'll talk about other stuff as well. So if you are here for the first time, please be respectful. If you're on the chats, please be respectful. Stay to the subject, whatever we're talking about, stay to that, and let's respect each other and carry on. And let's grow the community. We're hoping to grow the community to around 10,000 subscribers at some stage, right? We're getting there. We're about 3,400 now, and we're growing very slowly, but we're growing. That's the most important thing. So if you're here for the first time, smash that like button, consider subscribing, and listen to what I'm saying. Maybe it will make sense to you. If it doesn't, yeah, fine, you can leave, no problem. There's the track riders, my brother. Awesome, nice to see you. So let's talk about this, right? This is very important. I'll give you a market update later. So Cardano Foundation has been having some issues, right? So obviously, I'm not sure if most of you guys know, like a lot of these projects, they have a foundation. It's like a legal entity that pays for everything, all the development and whatnot, oversight and every other BS that comes on with having some sort of a decentralized project, right? So in order to stay decentralized, of course, you still need to fund it. Sometimes you need a foundation, you need some sort of a reserve and all of that. So it's managed separately. And because it's considered more like a non-profit, it gets away with a lot of things. So there are rules for non-profits. So that's what a foundation is. Now, Cardano Foundation has been having issues. It's been having issues for many. It's not something I'm just telling you. It's public knowledge, right? It's been going on forever. But it's getting worse, right? Worse to the point where the founder, Charles Hoskinson himself, right? So I'm not just saying this. You can go and watch his channel and find out. Charles Hoskinson himself has now admitted all of the problems. And he said, look, there's just too much bureaucracy going on. There's too much drama going on. The foundation has been taken over by internal people, internal politics, where they're trying to centralize it as much as possible. And it's got to do with the governance, basically. So Cardano Foundation now is more centralized than it was before. So they are making a proposal to decentralize it ASAP and have people be more inclusive, because that's one of the situations they had. It wasn't inclusive, right? It's more like, oh, if you got loads of Cardano and this and that, then you're voted in. So they were trying to favor people with a lot of money. And Cardano Foundation itself has separate entities, right, all around the globe. So different parts of its entities want the financial institutions and all of that regulation and XYZ to come in, and so they can be gatekeepers, right? Literally be freaking gatekeepers and who can do what, right? Which is not fair. And I'm with Charles Hoskinson, because that's not decentralization, and he's admitting it, saying it's not decentralization, because when you have a situation where you have a vision to create something that is decentralized, that generates its own value, right? And it gets to a point where now you've and as a free market, like, as a free leadership, you've voted people into the power, into some board members or whatever. You voted people in. So if those people are there, then end of the day they have a job to do, right? So if they're doing their job, everything's fine. But now if they're only thinking about how much money they could make, then it gets a bit crazy, because there's a lot of under the table stuff happening. That's what I assume anyway. He didn't say that, but I do assume that, because yeah, if you're in a leadership position and someone's offering you money, why not? And a lot of this under the table stuff happens, right? So even like projects coming together, they do a lot of stuff like lobbying. It's not cheap, right? When they're going to lobby something in the governments or whatnot, it's not cheap. So they come together, they spend money. But however, sometimes you might have corporations and other businesses who show interest, right? So other countries and whatnot, they show interest, but they're kind of they want to make a deal and they want to have something favor them. So it's not favoring the community, you know what I mean? So that could impact certain things. And the reason I feel I had to make this video today was because he just admitted that him saying that to his 250, 300, God knows how many subscribers he's got, saying that to them is not a good thing, because most of the people that follow him, including myself, we're Cardano holders for a very long time. We've been stacking Cardano for a very long time. We're very loyal, right? Since a long time ago. So if Cardano has a bit of a situation, then we need to know about it, because he also mentioned like Cardano's office, one of Cardano's office is in the same office as XTZ. what's going on here? Tezos, right? They share the same office. What's going on here, right? When you start looking at these things, like, hold on, something's not right here. So, because Tesla was a bloody complete chaos, wasn't it? It had a lot of drama. Of course, people still hold it, yeah, but all I'm going to say is, guys, as usual, stop loss, right? That's all I'm going to say. Just be cautious. So I'm being cautious, and I thought it's right for me to tell you guys what to expect. There is a lot of internal drama going on in Cardano, and there's a lot of power grabs, basically. The other day we thought their Twitter account, Cardano Foundation's Twitter account, was hacked. Probably it wasn't. Probably it's one of those internal people just messing around, because that's what they're doing now. They don't give a crap anymore, because all they care about is they want institutions, and they want that institutional money, because they're going to make more money. Whereas in the original Cardano Foundation, many people, many developers, many academics, many people came and started working on it and publishing papers, and they didn't even get any money for it. You know what I mean? They didn't even get any money for it. So there's a lot of people out there, they didn't get any money and all sorts, and they were still working. Do you know what I mean? Right? Because it's a vision out there, right? It's like, okay, I'll buy separately. If you believe in your coin, you buy it, no problem, right? And you hold. So that's what a lot of people are doing. They bought, they staked or whatever, and they're holding, and they made money through there, but they didn't actually get a payment through the foundation, right? But the foundation's happy to onboard institutions and whatnot. That's what they want. And give the power to them, because if you give the power to them, then things change. It's more like it's going to become proper centralized. Roach, how are you, my brother? I think yeah, I'm good. I'm good. You can see me. I'm a bit tired today, but I am good. Not a problem. I was free. I thought I'll drop this Cardano information for what's his name, Bobby. I thought I'll drop it for him, but of course he's gone to bed because he's in Dubai right now, so the time zones are different. So yeah, I mean, we had a long chat earlier on about like crime and this and that in the UK, like knife crimes and all of that. That's pretty much what Bobby said. Like, it's on Discord as well. But that's one of the reasons why Bobby left the UK, is like, look, I don't want my children growing up in this area. It's not safe anymore. Do you know what I mean? So good luck to him, and it's a good thing he did that. I hope he finds peace, and I hope he's doing well. That's the most important thing, you know. Um, so yeah, that's that. Now, now that I've got that over, of course I can go deeper into it, but I think I just had to tell you guys about this. Hazard S says hello to you too. Welcome to the show. If you're here for the first time, consider subscribing. At least smash that like button. Those of you who are here already, do consider hitting that like button, because that helps the algorithm. Whether you subscribe or not really doesn't matter. That's your self-preparation. If you want to see me again, you subscribe, of course. If you don't want to see me again, don't subscribe. That's the hard truth, right? But at least hit that like button. That helps the algorithm. All right, so let's see. As I said, I like and subscribe. I appreciate that. Thank you very much. So let's move into the market today. So the market today, if we look at it, total market cap at one stage was close to almost $3.6 trillion, which is a brilliant number. Everyone's excited, obviously, over the last few days. But most of you guys who have watched the last few live streams, you know this, right? Especially the one yesterday. I clearly mentioned, I said, look, 50% I'm deployed. Yes, 100% I'm deployed, because I don't want to miss anything, right? However, 50% I didn't deploy, because I want to see how the market does on Sunday. So today, of course, we even tested the $102,000 on BTC, and other coins are looking very good. In fact, for the first time after a very long time, right? And I'm just going to go into this for a second, right? For the first time after a very long time, I have seen Ethereum show us a brilliant positive sign. I haven't seen that for a very long time, because it's been the most disappointing coin out there. Hazard said XRP to the moon. Yes, we're going to talk about XRP. It's one of our top picks, so we are going to talk about XRP as well. Definitely going to talk about that. So Ethereum, for the first time in a very long time, has given us a signal that it is going to be positive. And that's probably based on some of the news that we've heard about Microsoft and this and that. I'm just going to say probably, because I don't like to connect dots. But that's going to be something. So I've seen that, which is good, right? However, remember what I said, I'm going to wait until Sunday. So for the entire market, I'm going to wait until Sunday, because I want to see what really happens. The candle we have seen on BTC, not the daily, but the weekly one, is starting to look very promising. So yeah, it looks very promising, provided we can close at a higher number. So this is me looking at a week, right, range, and I'm like, okay, Sunday, whatever happens, I might decide to go back in on Monday. And also, if I go in, if I now buy BTC at a more expensive price, it's okay. I'll just long the shit out of it, and I'll basically recover my XRP. You know what I mean? Sorry, not my XRP, my BTC. My BTC. That's what will happen. But I want to see what the market does, because worst thing is when you see the market, when you see a positive, right? So the market's moving, but everything else is indicating down, or I'll call it a false positive. The effect is that it just crash, right? So it's better to stay cautious and safe than basically just try, playing the pumps, because you don't want to play the pumps, right? And the pump could have been a relief rally or whatever. We don't really know. So we want to see what it is. We want a confirmation candle and then move forward. So that's how I'm looking at things. Of course, the market dipped right now. So it went to 3.6, almost 3.6, and then it dipped down to around 3.49 just moments ago. Actually, it went to 3.49. It's coming back a little bit. BTC is down to 99k again, right? So it's okay. 99k is not an issue. Remember what I said, even up to 90, 92k is not a problem, right? Thoughts on Hawk Taucoin scam. It's a scam. I don't even follow it. I don't even want to know about it, to be honest. Heza, I'll tell you a few bits and bobs so you'll understand what kind of a person I am, right? And what I advise to people on the live. So I'm not sitting here with a script or anything. I tell people on a live stream what to avoid, what not to avoid, what to go in and how to go in, right? Like with what kind of mindset to go in, because that's what really matters. Your mindset is very important, right? So I'll talk about that, right? Now, talking of XRP is holding $2.35 right now. Let's talk about XRP. $2.35. We would love to see it hold $2.40. $2.40 is currently the invalidation point for the trend, because it's trending down. We want to get above that trend, which is $2.40 right now, which is a good number if we can get there. But anything above $2, we're okay. However, I do have buy orders around $2 just in case the market dips, like over the next few days. Like next 3 days is very critical. Friday, Saturday, Sunday, very critical. This is Thursday today. So if it does dump in the weekend, I do have a buy order below $2, right? In fact, exactly at my support zone, which is at $1.98, I actually have a buy order there. So I want to buy that dip, right? Whatever happens, I want to buy that dip. So I'm ready for that. With many other coins that I haven't picked up as well, I'm going to pick them up right now. So this is what I'm looking at, right? Because just in case, if it doesn't, it's fine. I've still got enough. It's okay. I've still got some. I'm okay. Do you know what I mean? And the other coins that I bought the other day, I'm doing okay on that, right? Percentage wise, I'm doing okay. So I'm not complaining there. So that is that. And pretty much the market's going to follow through. So whatever the case is, we're going to have to observe, right? I'm not going to give you individual numbers right now. It really doesn't matter, because the main analysis that we did a couple of days ago, we're still sticking by that. We're like, look, the data is suggesting we need to go down, which is a good thing. If we do go down and reset the market, that's a good thing, right? But we didn't do that, and that's where problems happen, because then we enter a zone where it's unpredictable. And when it's unpredictable, I put my hands up and I say, guys, it's unpredictable. I don't know. I can't tell you for certain what's happening, because I can only tell you what the data is telling us, RSI, stochastic RSI, MACD, what they are telling us. But I can't tell you what's going to happen, because if the thing is pumping the opposite way, we got a problem on our hands. Do you know what I mean? So it's a sad thing. Honestly, I would love to see this go to 90k and settle down, because 90k BTC is good for the market. Like the altcoins can get a better chance to move up, right? Because that's what happened there when BTC recovered. What happened? Alt started to pump as well. So if BTC goes to 90k and just stays there and just stays green, right, doesn't even need to be red, just stays there, then the alts have a better stronger chance of basically moving forward, and we could actually see higher numbers, right? And I'm still sticking by XRP to $10. I still think XRP is going to go to $10, right? It's got a good opportunity. Now, I know a lot of people are connecting dots and saying, oh, the XRP is launching is real USD, RUSD, and this and that. Yeah, guys, listen, they're already doing deals with big banks and corporations and whatnot. They are. But what's that got to do with XRP? You don't need XRP for real USD. Do you know what I mean? So I think a lot of people need to disconnect them both and say, that's just a USD. Just like any other USD coin out there, that's just another USD, right? And Ripple is Ripple, XRP is XRP. So I need people need to understand the difference having real USD doesn't pump the price. Please, you don't need real XRP to pump the price, but it's just another gateway coin. Let's just call it this way, right? Let's just, be honest about it, right? Roach says Dot. I used to be a big fan. I still am a big fan. I'm a big fan of the founder, to be honest. Big fan of the founder. And I'm a true believer in a particular way, right? But this season, Dot was one of those coins that it kind of hurt me. I had to let go, right? Because while everything else was moving, Dot was the least performing coin, right? Moving forward says XRP is garbage. Everything is garbage, bro, but we'll get there anyway. So Dot was one of the most disappointing coins, just similar to Ethereum as well. But compared to Ethereum performed, Dot didn't, right? Ethereum's at least almost back to its all-time high, right? So it's performed well. But Dot just kept on bleeding. And I think it's got to do with all of those parachains and all the BS that they did, right? All of those locks and everything that they did, right? Where it's released and people just started dumping because people realized that everything Dot was trying to do was kind of a failure, to be honest. It was kind of a failure. So hence why I think they just started dumping it. Do you know what I mean? So it's a bit sad. So for me, when I looked at the market and I realized the market's moving forward, right? Moving forward is here. When the market's moving forward, and all the other coins are pumping, I was like, do you know what? I'm going to sacrifice my losses because I have made losses. I've bought Dot at high prices. I bought it at $40. I bought it at $20. Going down, I've been dollar cost averaging down. And then I was like, no, I can't do this anymore. However, on day one, when Dot originally launched, yes, I did buy a stack, right, for very cheap, right? A dollar, a couple of dollars maximum, couple of dollars. So for me, I was holding from a very cheap price. In fact, my average buy was like something around like $5 or $6. You know what I mean? So I was okay. But I'm down and it's not performing. So I dumped it and I went into something else, which performed a lot better. So that's the strategy for me. So however, during the bear market, I do plan to go back into Dot and I want Dot to change a few bits and bobs and hopefully it will be really good. So let's see where Dot goes with that. And also remember, there's a lot of competitive blockchains out there as well. Loads of blockchains coming out as well. So you don't really know which one's going to be. So sometimes if one's not performing, in my opinion, at least, I don't know about any other people, each to their own. And of course, I'm not giving anybody financial advice. But if this blockchain is not performing and if they're not doing anything good, well, what's the point holding on to it? I'm not going to marry it. So get rid of it, move on to something else. You know what I mean? And then when I've made enough profits, I might come back with a little bit of profit and then buy that for next season and see what they do. Because some of these do come back. Do you know what I mean? Like, for example, I'll give you a good example. Cardano. Let me give you a good example. I need to remember who they are. There's a few projects: Cardano, Solana, Helium, who else? Matic, who else? I think Polkadot as well, Ethereum as well. They're all doing things together, right? But Polkadot is not delivering anything, so I'm just kind of a bit disappointed with them. Do you know what I mean? But end of the day, look, we're in it for the money. If it doesn't make me money, I'm happy to let it go. But let's see what it does. I mean, Dot now is come back to I think like 20% of its all-time high. Probably is pumping a little bit more, but it's nowhere near its all-time high. Do you know what I mean? And last season, I was hoping last season and the season before when I originally got it, the whole thought was this thing could pump to $300-400. I mean, coins that were built to help it for the development community, like Kusama and this and that, they pumped to $400-500. So why couldn't Dot do it? Do you know what I mean? And it just didn't make any sense. So as I said, I'm just being honest. I dumped it. But I think I still believe in Dot. The reason I believe in Dot, one of the biggest reasons I believe in Dot, is because the guy who created Dot is the same guy who's the architect and who's the guy who created the Solidity language, right? Who perfected the Solidity language for Ethereum. So he's the writer of Solidity, right? So if Solidity is successful and he's trying to build a second version of Solidity or a better version of Solidity, because he admitted there are flaws in there. So if he's building something better, then of course I want to be on the better one. But again, I don't see much. I don't see Cardano doing much. I don't see Polkadot doing much. Both of them, they're facing dramas. Why? I don't know. You know what I mean? I don't know. So let's see what happens. So I'm gonna go back to Heza. Heza said thoughts on Hawk Tau coin scam. Now, a lot of these coins I don't follow, and I wanted to answer this, right? So for me, most of the people who follow me on this channel know this very clearly. Yes, there are 4 million coins, right? There are 4 million coins. In fact, there's a data that suggests that there's at least 1 million accounts. Now, accounts on Solana could be a contract address, whatever. They actually turn up as an account, right? There's 1 million account being created every single day on Solana. So imagine that there's 1 million, 40 days, that's 40 million, right? However, we do know that we have in the region of around 4 million coins, if not more, that is being tracked right now. So when it came to that stage, when the market got oversaturated, I stopped looking at all the coins apart from page number 1 on CoinMarketCap. And I stick to page number 1. And out of that, the coins that I always buy and hold, these are my coins that I trust, is anything above $1 billion, right? Anything above $1 billion I would hold. However, obviously my top picks are my top 10. I don't even choose top 10. I'm like, whatever's on the coin market cap, excluding any USD coin, that's my number, that's my top 10 coins. Do you know what I mean? So you don't even have to ask me, Cham, what's your top 10? Those ones, whatever you see there, are my top 10. Of course, they rotate every now and then. Fine, I'll move over to top 20. Do you know what I mean? But I will stick around the top 20 to top 50, depending on how much I want to go and, explore and be, how much risk I want to take, right? But most of the funds are going to go into the top 10. Everything else, I go in with the intention that if I make it, I make it. If I don't, I don't. I'm going to have fun, right? So it doesn't matter if it's a scam, if it's a rug, because a lot of these projects, 99% of them end up actually built as a scam, right? They're built as a scam. So if they succeed, they succeed. If they don't, then yeah, they'll rug and they'll go. Do you know what I mean? There's thousands and thousands of rugs happening every single day. Some of them are high profile, some of them are low profile. Most people don't even talk about it. There are projects out there rugging hundreds of thousands of dollars every single day. No one's talking about it. Do you know what I mean? So when you do see a high risk project, or even if it's not a high risk project, but anything below the page number 1 of CoinMarketCap, go in with the intention that, okay, I'm going to throw $100, maybe money I could afford to lose, and just have fun. That's all I'm going to say. Just have fun. Of course, it's not financial advice, but have fun. But don't go around chucking 10, 20 grand into it because someone said it's going to be really good. Don't trust anybody. Don't trust anybody. Only trust yourself and the money you can afford to lose. That's the most important thing. So I hope that kind of makes sense. Moving forward, says XRP is garbage. All of the coins are garbage. I'm going to come back to you. So all of the coins are garbage until they're not. As long as they make money, they make money. Like I mentioned about DOT. DOT, for me, I trust in it. I believe in it. I think it's great. However, it didn't make me money. Do I consider it garbage right now? Yes, because it didn't make me money. So if everything else is going to make me money, why am I still holding this one that's not moving? So I dumped it. Do you know what I mean? And I've moved on to something else. And that something else has made me more money. So end of the day, I've recovered all my losses and made some. Do you know what I mean? So my strategy was good, because if I was still in DOT right now, then I have to wait for another 3x in DOT, another 3x in DOT to make some of the money from the $20 ones that I bought. Do you know what I mean? It's like, okay, $13 one, that's my average. So if we got to $13, I break even. So I don't even make money. Do you know what I mean? So I was like, hold on, I don't want that. It's just calculations, if that makes any sense. Someone's message is being held for review, so I'm not even going to open it to see what it is. Moving forward, says something about invest. I don't know. Track is telling Heza, you have to be patient. Watch as many previous vids from 0x Files. You would rather invest in the right coins than those lose in new crypto. Okay, thank you, my brother. I appreciate that. Crypto Roach says, the parachains was such a bad idea. They lost so much money funding projects that went nowhere. Was trying to buy KSM at 300. You see what I mean? And I held, by the way, I held KSM at 300 as well. I held KSM and I sold it when it went down to around 200 or something. I sold. So I didn't sell the top, but I bought it cheap. I forgot how much it was. I think it was like $70, $80 when I bought it on a pump. I bought it on a pump. But it went to like 300 or something dollars or $400. I can't even remember. And when it started bleeding down, I was like, okay, I'm going to let go and I'll probably pick it up later. So I let it go. You know what I mean? I just let it go. But when the parachains came out, it just didn't make sense. By the way, I was fully invested. So most of my Polkadot during that season, right, during when they launched the parachain, I topped up heavily on Polkadot, because what I did was I plugged it into around 15 to 20 different projects, right? Now, there's been 2 or 3 projects that didn't give me anything, or they just didn't come alive. So the projects were a thing, and I got my coins back. But the remainder of the coins, like Akala, there's so many I can't remember. I have to look at the exchange, right? So many coins. They gave me airdrops and whatnot, right? Great, no problem, right? And they're worth a couple of $100 each right now. Even now, a couple of $100. Some of them, you know, more than that, right? Because I put so much, I deployed so much dot, and I allocated differently. So some of them I allocated 1 or 2 dots, some of them I allocated 10 dots, some of them I allocated 1,000 dots. Do you know what I mean? Different ones. The ones I had more faith in, I put more in. The one I didn't have much faith in, I didn't bother with. Like for example, Moonbeam, I put a big stack on Moonbeam, right? What's Moonbeam doing right now? Fuck all, you know what I mean? So but end of the day, I had faith, I put it in. Like there was another coin, Affinity, right? I put so much into that, and what happened? It didn't really do anything. In fact, now it's delisted from all the exchanges. It's gone. It's vanished. The whole project's vanished. So I've got some crypto that's useless. Do you know what I mean? So it was a good idea, but I didn't see the execution happen. It's like, okay, the projects are doing it, fine, you're funding it, fine. But where are the projects? What are they doing? Are you going to launch them on your blockchain? What's going on? Because I've seen other blockchains come and use your fund, right? They were using the funding, it's like a venture capital funding, to go and do their thing, raise capital, get attention, have people trading their coins on their blockchain, on another complete blockchain, on Ethereum blockchain. I'm like, what the hell is going on? How does Parachain actually work? Are you doing a actual cross chain? If you're doing cross chain, great. Where is the cross chain compatibility? Yes, it's there now, but where was it at that time? It wasn't. So it was a mess. It was a complete mess. Didn't make any sense to me. Silent Sui, salam, my brother. Nice to see you here. Moving forward, says my thoughts on DOT is buy it, sell your home and car. It'll be the best investment you've ever made in your life. Okay, if that's what you say. Rocky Singh says, what do you think about Sui? Sui, I have faith in Sui from day one. In fact, the day it launched, you know, the actual launch event, I've bought at that time. On the launch event, I bought around 10 grand's worth, right? So I went mad on Sui, right? So I bought around 10 G's worth, right? I was like, right, boom, I'm putting 10 bags in, right? I don't give a damn. It pumped, briefly pumped, and I think like my 10 bags looked like about 18 bags or something like this. That was great. So then it started dumping, and it dumped. By the way, it dumped. And there was another friend as well. He also pumped his way at the same time, and it dumped, right? And so at that time he panicked. It was like, bro, I got to cut my losses and I got to leave, man. I can't do this because this is too much, right? So I think he lost a couple of grand, and then he exited. I said, don't, just stay there. Believe me, just stay there. So he didn't stay there. So I remember it would dump down all the way to like 20 or 30 cents, something silly like that. So I'm bled out, right? For me, my 10 bags became like 1 bag, right? Or 1.5 bag or something silly like that. And so I'm still holding. I'm like, I believe in this. I know this is fine. This is just a launch dump. I'm not concerned. In fact, what I'm going to do, I'm going to top it up, because now if my 10 bag is worth 1 bag, I'll happily dump another 1 bag in there, because I'm only going to lose another 10% more investment, right? But I know it's going to come back. That's all I'm going to say. You guys do the maths, right? So I just bought it and I left it, and I didn't even look back. I didn't even dump it. I didn't even sell it. I didn't do nothing, right? As soon as I got my as soon as it started pumping, and pumped quite a bit, right, all of you know, from that 20-30 cents, right, I took my initial out and a little bit more, and I'm happy. So whatever I'm holding now, end of the day, that's bonus money. Do you know what I mean? And if it goes to $4, $5, $6, $7, $10, which is possible, by the way, even from here, it's possible to go to $12. So I'm just being realistic here and saying $12 is possible. It could even pump higher. There's no limit to how high some coins can pump. Do you know what I mean? So we shouldn't limit ourselves. So we can say, yeah, we can go up to because Sui pumping to $4 and something right now. And I'll tell you, give me a second. I'll tell you exactly what the price is. $4.59, right? So Sui pumping to $4.59 just before or during the beginning of an altcoin season is the best thing that could happen to it, right? Because what happens is when the altcoin season starts, this thing has a probability to do 100%, 200%, maybe 400%. I'm not going to go that far, but 100, 200% easy, right? So that's another $12. So for me, do you know what I mean? My free money makes me more money. So that's what I'm gonna say, man. That's what I'm gonna say. So Sui, yeah, it's one of those good coins that you just hold. Sui, Say, both of them came at the same time. I deployed, but on both of them, and I've been strong on them. In fact, Say, I've mentioned it so many times. I've probably done, like, Say, for some people they have done 4, 5x, 6x. They've done that. Which Say, I've done probably about 13 12 to 13x already, right? But I've kind of bought it at the low, sold it at the top, and kept on recycling, and I was continuously accumulating more and more and more, to the point where eventually I took all my initial out, some profit out, and I left all of the profit, and now I'm not even bothered if it bleeds. I'm not even bothered if it goes to the moon, because if it goes to the moon, I go to the moon with it. You know what I mean? But if it bleeds out, it doesn't hurt me anymore, right? So that's my kind of strategy. I always play it safe. I don't invest money I can't afford to lose, right? Even when I put 10 bags into Sui, and when it bled out, that was money I could afford to lose. You know what I mean? I had money, so I could afford to lose. But if I can't afford to lose it, I'm not going to put any money in there. Do you know what I mean? There's things I will take a risk, things I won't take a risk. I'll give you an example. When Aptos launched, I didn't take that much of a risk, right? Because I knew Aptos centralized and all of that, all of their distribution. I'm like, these whales are going to dump it, right? I'm sure the institutions, all of these guys. So anything too centralized, I'm like, Sui is centralized, but not as much. So I look for that. Do you know what I mean? I'm like, is it too centralized? There was a coin earlier on, someone mentioned on Discord. I said, bro, it's centralized. Yeah, fine. Buy it, pump it, and dump it, bro. That's it, because it's freaking centralized, right? I forgot what the name was, but yeah, that's what it is. You got to look at certain things. So centralized, what's the problem? Nothing. I don't care if it's centralized. I'm in it for the money. The only problem I see is that means they've, like, the way I look at it is a lot of these centralized projects, there seems to be a lot of holders, institution or whatever holders people like to call it. I know institution sounds good, but there are internal people holding a whole bunch, and they just dump it on you. And I don't want to be dumped on. Do you know what I mean? I want to be dumping on people, right? You know, if I can dump on a whole bunch of institutions, if I can dump on BlackRock, I would love to dump on BlackRock. Do you know what I mean? Why not? I mean, who wouldn't want to take a dump on BlackRock? Right? So that's how it is. Gavin Wood, yes, he's definitely a Chad, my brother. Gavin Wood, I respect him, and you know, he's from UK as well. But it's not that he's from UK. It's not that he went to Cambridge and XRP. No, none of that business. He's just a proper, you know, brainiac guy. He knows his shit. I don't know why he made all of those weird decisions for Polkadot. It just didn't make any sense. His original vision, when he said he wants to create this whole ecosystem where it's going to be interconnected, I loved it. I was like, brilliant. We need that, because that's what we didn't have. Well, now, guess what? Every other Tom, Dick, and Harry figured out that we can just create bridges, and they're just doing bridges, and every other wrapped coin, right? So now, bridge something, wrap coin, pops, you know, you stick it in one chain, comes out the other side, and this one gets burned, and the other one gets created, and all of a sudden now we have bridges everywhere. And now they don't even call it bridges anymore. They just call it cross-chain compatibility. BS. It's just bridges, right? Let's just be honest about it. There's no cross-chain compatibility. What's cross-chain compatibility is like if you can send Ethereum to Bitcoin blockchain, that's cross-chain compatibility. If you can send Bitcoin to Ethereum, that's cross-chain compatibility. But when you wrap it on the other side, that's not cross-chain compatibility, right? Let's be awesome. let's be honest about that. Desitrax says Arve shocked me today. Arve, yes, kind of shocked everybody today. A lot of other guys, in fact, Raymo, one of our guys on Discord, he also said, like, what's it for? Arve, yeah, Arve's calm, no problem. Those you know, those group of people, I say, they come and cycle through certain coins, so they're cycling through Arve. Arve's gone above his 50% mark, but it's nowhere near his all-time high, right? Does it have an opportunity to go to that all-time high? Yes, if we get a parabola, we could potentially go towards that all-time high, right? Is it going to go above? I don't know. So the first target, I said, look, all-time high. Just look at Arve's all-time high, $622 or something like this. I can't remember. That's his all-time high. Focus on that. Don't go beyond that. Don't start thinking about $1,000 or whatever. Believe me, don't. All right. Arve's platform doesn't need Arve. Right, Arve's platform doesn't need Arve. So think about it this way. And there's going to be a lot of dumping happening, right? Because there's a lot of people who bought it cheap. They're going to dump. So just be cautious. That's what I'm going to say, right? Again, stop loss is your best friend. Moving forward, says Sui is awesome. Buy them now. Crypto pivoted to DeFi. Yes, of course. Listen, DeFi is money. DeFi is money. You think you're making money on DeFi? People who create DeFi, they make even more money. Do you know what I mean? DeFi, think about it. It's a platform, right? Where people are coming and giving you money. Here you try and work hard, right? Think about it this way, right? You're working hard. You're trying to create a blockchain. It's freaking hard, right? Believe me, creating a blockchain and operating a blockchain is expensive and it's hard. Expensive and it's freaking hard, right? So imagine you're doing that. That's a lot of hard work. right? However, like some other guys, like myself or other people, if we create a cryptocurrency on another blockchain, it's hard, but it's not that hard. It's easy. You know, it's easy. It's like, okay, you go pay the fees, do whatever, create a coin, boom, you're out there, right? That's easy. Okay, maybe it's going to be harder to list and do whatever. That's a different story. You get it onto coin market cap and all of that business. They're harder, right? There's a lot of drama involved, right? And a lot of the time you got to pay people to get listed and whatnot, right? There's nothing's for free. Right? In crypto these days, nothing's for free. A basic coin to launch on to publish it, right? A good coin. So you have a coin, you got a massive community, you have a total value locked of $1 million, right? So it's a good coin, right? It's got a total value locked of $1 million. The founders renounced it, right? So let's say we created a coin, I've renounced the ownership, all of us renounced the ownership, we've launched it, we've bought it, and now it has a fully diluted market cap of $100 million. Great. We have a liquidity locked for $10 million. Great. You know, everything is all great, right? We go to the coin market cap and we say, can you list our coin? And they'll be like, yeah, well, we've got a whole bunch of guys before you. We've got about 4 million people before you. If you want to go up, go to the top. So we won't charge you. We're going to do it for free, but you got to wait in line. However, if you want to be listed, yeah, you got to pay us 10, 20 grand, 30 grand. You pay us that, no worries. And we accept USDT on the Tron network. Do you know what I mean? So there are people out there, admins out there. So the website says, no, we're not going to charge you, but actually they do. You know what I mean? They invite you to a private Telegram group. Don't ask me how I know, because I've been there, right? But they invite you to a private Telegram group, and then you don't even know who you're talking to, and they'll be like, oh, give us 10 grand and we'll list you. And the truth is, they will list you if you give them 10 grand. So that means they are genuinely there. It's not like they're not. They are genuinely there. If you pay them, they will genuinely put you there. So we know what's going on. It's under the table dealings and whatnot, right? Exchange is the same thing. You have a legit coin and this and that. You pay them, then they list you. If you don't pay them, they won't list you. For what? They need something. They don't care about your coin. They don't care about the community. They want money. They're in it for the money. Like me, I'm in it for the money. So that's what it is. Do you know what I mean? So moving forward, says buy as many as you possibly can. That's financial advice. Okay, my brother. I'll take your financial advice. Oh man. Crypto Roach is asking, moving forward, how many have you been in crypto? He's been in it all of his life. He's 33. That's fine. It's like this. There was this one guy when BTC was 13 years old. He said he was trading Bitcoin for 15 years. So yeah, we've had that. Don't worry. There was a particular guy. I'm not going to mention who. Bitcoin was 13 years old from the day it was originally mentioned to that particular day. It was 13 years old. And that particular guy, who's like 20 something years old, he said he was trading Bitcoin for 15 years. So he's been trading Bitcoin since he was 5, and before Bitcoin even was heard of. So yeah, it is what it is. You know what it is? It is what it is. It is what it is. Oh man. Oh man. So he says he's 33. He's been in crypto ever since he was born. Even your birth certificate is a crypto. Correct. If it's not making money, it's garbage. Yep. If it's not making you money, it's absolute garbage. Free energy. Awesome, my brother. Nice to see you. Free energy. We gotta catch up, man. We gotta catch up. I'm telling you. Silent Sweep is sitting at home. God knows. He said he's not well. He's sitting at home, right? So he's around the corner. You're not far from me, so we're like two different directions, right? So we should meet up somewhere in the middle and go for dinner. Do you know what I mean? We should go for dinner, my brother. Damien Hughes. Hello, my brother. Nice to see you. Matthew. Hello. How are you? What do you think Sui is going? What do you think about Sui going forward? I like Sui. I like Sui. I like Sui because of all the engineers they have, the developers that they have, all the guys they've nicked, right? I like them. And I think they have a good vision, and they have a lot of partnerships in place already, which kind of helps them. And then on top of that, there's one thing that they have more than other projects, like at this stage, or in fact on the inception stage, right? So the beginning stage, Sui had a massive marketing capital. Right, when you're talking about millions, right? I'm talking about hundreds of millions of dollars worth of marketing capital. You have that, and they have deployed, right? They've allowed certain things to happen, right? They're like, okay, we're going to go in, and they followed particular narratives and they allowed other people to come in through some systems, right, to start building, right? And whenever a project builds through Sui and Sui has something to do with it, guess what? Sui is helping them with the marketing, right? So so think about that. Sui's kind of like a venture capital fund. They've got the money. They've got a shit ton of money just sitting there. They've had the money even before they were selling the coins. So even the selling the coins just gave them a bonus. That's what it was, right? So they've already got the money from all the VCs, tons of money. They spent that on the marketing, number one. Number two, they're investing money into projects that they are vetting, and they're promoting those projects. So think about it, right? That's big. Of course, there are other coins out there. Good luck to them, right? Maybe Sui picks one of them, but Sui is invested and very, like as I said, internally it's quite centralized, but they're selecting particular projects, and those projects are going to pump, right? Which also brings value back to Sui as well. So that's a good thing, in my opinion, at least. So yeah, Sui's going to be a competitor to Solana and all of that at some stage, right? Maybe not with the amount of meme coins on Solana, because Solana has moved away from, so Solana, I want to talk about this as well. So Solana has moved away from just being a blockchain, right? Just being, because everyone can be a payment system. So they're not just focusing on that. They're focusing on technology, outside technology. Like with the Solana Saga mobile phone. It's a crap phone. We all know it's a freaking crap phone. It's probably some Nokia phone from 10 years ago, right? They just stuck some gear into it. Doesn't matter. It's not the tech. It's not the gear. It's not what it is, right? It's what it serves and what it does and what you get from it, right? Because of that, a lot of people are able to airdrop. And now, in the beginning, they weren't even mentioning that. The Saga phone, the first Saga phone, they wasn't even mentioning airdrops or whatever. They just said if you have a Saga, you get a Genesis NFT and whatnot, right? And because people had the Genesis NFT, people were able to airdrop. Like Bonk was number one that was airdropped to that, and Bonk made it really famous, right? And now some of the original Saga phones are selling for like $4 or $5 grand. People bought it for a couple $100, and now it's selling for $4 or $5 grand. So when the Solana, they launched Chapter 2, Solana Saga Chapter 2, currently I think, what do they call it? They call it Seeker, Solana Seeker, like seeking, like looking, right? So they call it the Solana Chapter 2 Seeker phone or whatever, right? And in this one, they actually went to token 2049. You can see a little video clip, someone recorded it, because they don't have, I couldn't find a full video, but token 2049, where they went on stage and they talked about what this does. Finally, they've revealed what it's going to be, right? Camera, they've updated, and all of the things they updated, but what it does. And they said, look, this is going to have a whole new system, right? And now, because you have this, they're actually making it easier for us. So us holders, or by the way, when I mean us, I actually have pre-ordered. So I'm one of the when you pre-order, they have different levels, like founder level and this and that. So I'm one of the founder levels. That means I've pre-ordered before the pre-ordering was open, right? If that makes any sense, right? So I've already bought. So I've been waiting like for almost a year now, right, for this thing to come to me. When it comes, it comes. I don't really care. Ultimately, I've got the Chapter 2 NFT, and because I've got that, I get a shit ton of airdrops every other day. Right, let's put it this way. I got a whole ton of airdrops every other day, and so far the amount of money I spent on the phone itself has been paid off. Right, so technically I'm going to get a phone for free, but I'm not even interested in the phone, because as I said, I don't care about the technology. And even if I do get the phone, I'll probably use it as a hardware wallet. That's the only option I see, because it's going to be crap anyway, right? It's not going to be anything like my Samsung or an iPhone. So end of the day, why would I care about it? So I don't really care too much about it, but it does have a new utility built into the device, which is Solana's doing. Solana's building this, right? Solana's building it, and that's fascinating, because they've not only given you a phone with the ability now to receive tokens and airdrops direct to your wallet, because you own that device, only that device. So you can selectively choose that airdrop people can go to a platform and selectively, Helios, I believe it is, they can go to Helios and they can selectively say, only drop it to these people who own this. So of course, Solana's going to back those guys. So Solana's going to back Helios. Do you know what I mean? Solana's going to fund Helios. Carry on, guys, because, here, take some grants of us. So everybody benefits. And us lot who hold the device, we get a whole bunch of airdrops that other people don't get. So you see what they're doing now. So next season, if they drop another one, Solana Mobile free, what happens? They're going to get hundreds, if not thousands of people flocking over to go and get the number 3 version. You know what I mean? So this cycle is going to continue, and that's where Solana's moving. So I don't think they're going to take over the ecosystem, but like deep in AI agents and all sorts of other real world application and this and that. So many other like projects that, because we're moving over to RWA, by the way. Crypto is moving over to real world applications right now. Those are being built on Sui. And that's what Sui wants, because Sui wants your data, right? If you go and check a lot of these Sui projects, watch how they want your name, the email, and everything. That's centralized, man. Come on, that's not decentralized. Come on. We know it's centralized, but it's okay. If it makes us money, who cares? I don't really care. So that's what it is. So Bullseye Gaming says, why is Cardano having issues? I've explained it in the beginning. I'll just kind of give you a brief thing. So Cardano's having internal issues. In fact, what I'm saying to you doesn't really matter. Go to Charles Hoskinson's YouTube channel, and he published a video not long ago, maybe about 4 or 5 hours ago. You can hear it from his own mouth, right? So it's not something I'm claiming, or I'm telling my community, because obviously they might not be subscribed to him. I am subscribed to him, and I'm an old Cardano holder. So, and I have lots of respect for Charles Hoskinson, Gavin Wood, the guys we're talking about, even Vitalik. I do have loads of respect for them. So he's mentioned it, how they're having internal issues, like internal politics, right? Where some people want to take the community a particular way, some people want to govern it in a particular way, some people are favoring institutions over the actual holders, right? Some people are favoring internally, they're favoring people with large wallets compared to people with small wallets. And Charles Hoskinson is saying, well, hold on, that's not what we intended to be. We want it to be decentralized, but have a governing mechanism where we make decisions when what direction we take this this institution, right? But now it seems like it's kind of biased, because you want to take it whatever the money pays, right? Whoever's paying more money, that's the direction you want to go. We don't want that. You know, we got enough money. Like he mentioned, there's in their treasury, there's $2 billion sitting in the treasury on chain blockchain. You can see it. There's $2 billion. It's like, we've got $2 billion here. You know, we can spend that money and pay people. There are people working for free. We can pay these people. We can do good things to make Cardano even better. But the foundation and all of that, they don't want that. So I hope you kind of understand. So that's what it is. David H. Anyone? Okay, anyone. Maybe a coin. I'm not sure. Roach says, okay, Sham, I have 20K extra to deploy. I want risk. What is your NFA? What is my non-financial advice? Oh my god, bro, I won't say that. Roach, my brother, that's not me. If I do that, then I'm gonna go against my own morality. I cannot do that. I have never ever told anybody to go and do something like that. No. What I have said is, your money, go and burn it by all means, right? But yeah, just what I'm gonna say, just be careful, right? Don't go crazy. If you've got 20 grand to burn, right, pick something good from the top 10, right? Pick something good from the top 10. At least you know they're not gonna rug you. Do you know what I mean? Even if something goes south, you know they're gonna come back. Whether they come back today or tomorrow, you're gonna come back. You know that if the price goes down or the market collapses today, you're still the holder of the asset, and the asset is not completely useless. You know, it will come back, right? That's the whole thing. So yeah, don't go nuts on it. I know you've been talking about that 20 grand. Be careful. Don't go crazy. Right now, if you observe the market, and I want you to do this, Roach, you're a brother, and I respect you, and I want you to observe this. Observe the market until Sunday. Okay, forget Sunday, doesn't matter. We can observe it tomorrow, maybe Saturday. If not, then Sunday, right? And we just want to see if it dips. If the market suddenly just collapses. If the market suddenly collapses, then buy one of those top 10 coins, right? Because the bounce is going to be harder, right? Because what I'm expecting, look, I'm expecting a correction. I've expected a correction for very long. We haven't had that, right? And a 10% correction, we even have it. I mean, think about it. Every season we have corrections, 10%, 12%, 20%, 27%. We have those corrections. Where is it? Where is this correction? It's not even here. Worst case scenario, I mean, okay, fine. We get half of that, 15% maybe. We didn't even get a 10% correction. When we went from 103K to what, it wasn't even a 10% correction. You know what I mean? We haven't had that. We need something big. We need the market to calm down, because the market is overbought. All the fear and greed, everything is just saying greed, 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 right? The market's ready to snap. And I feel that someone at some stage is going to hit the panic button and press sell. And I'm talking about whales. Someone with thousands of BTC sitting there. Someone at some stage is going to say, you know what, I've had enough. fuck it, I'm going to press that button. And they're going to press that button and they're going to fully dilute the market, right? It's going to kill the market. That's what I'm worried about. Do you know what I mean? Oh, actually, that's exactly, you know, well, I want that. To be honest, I want that, right? How crazy is that? I actually want that. Cam says 104K to 94 is not roughly 10%. Yes, but what you're not understanding, it wasn't like one whole week. Do you know what I mean? So yes, we went 94. In fact, we were sitting here when we went from 99K to 92K on a live stream, and I was telling them, like, moments before, I said to everyone, I said, guys, we should go to around 92K, right? And then someone dumped. That's not a correction. When we blip down, that's not a correction. Do you know what I mean? When we go down and stay there for 1 or 2 days, that's a correction. Please understand there's a difference between what you think is a correction and what I know is a correction, right? A correction is when we create 1 or 2 candles consecutively over a few days and we go sideways for a moment. We know that's the correction level. And at that time, we do one thing. We create a support at that level. The correction level is going to be our support level, right? Whatever the highs. But we need to be down there a few times. So far, we're not getting those. We get free candles moving us up, free candles moving us down. Hold on, where's the correction? Do you know what I mean? A correction will last at least 2-3 days, if not a week. That's a correction. That's what we want, because then we have a better chance of making a decision whether we want to go down or up. Okay, so that's important. Please understand this, right? I hope that makes sense, Cam. So yeah, when you're looking at 104, no, we didn't go to 104. I know you're looking at the dollars that we had. Like, it was I'll tell you what the dollars were. How high did we go? Because I do have my chart here. I'll tell you, it was 103,000 something, 103,915. That was the number. So you're saying 1,004. Yeah, fine, no problem, right? 94. Yeah, fine, no problem, right? But it wasn't a continuous thing, and it didn't last there that long. So please do understand this. Roach, you're right, Sham. I'm FOMOing. I also think the market needs a reset in greed. The hardest trade is sitting on your hand. Exactly, man. You know, I know very well that, like, okay, I'm going to try and make some sense here, and I hope it makes sense to you guys. Let's put it this way. If BTC dumps 20%, 10%, let's just say 10%. If BTC goes from 100K to 90K, that's 10%. That's not a big loss. But if BTC goes to, say, 150K today and then does 10%, it's 15,000. So as we, you know, the bigger we grow, like in the number, in the price, the valuation, right, price action, the higher we go, that percentage number, whatever amount, becomes a lot of dollars. And that creates a lot more panic, because when you have 21 million coins, or right now close to 20 million coins, 20 million BTC reflecting that price action by $15,000, how many billion dollars is it? You see what I mean? So as we grow, and when these coins are growing in valuation, right, you got to understand that back in the days, 10% is not the same as the 10% now. Right? Because the 10% now knocks off hundreds of billions of dollars compared to back in the days where it was like a few $1 billion. So a few $1 billion market can handle, but a few $100 billion market won't be able to handle, because a lot of the new boys that have entered and the ones coming in with the big money, they're institutional, they're brainwashed institutional, they're educated, they're academic. They don't understand the market like we do. For us, we turn around and say 50% dump. That's okay. It's a breeze, not a problem. We expect a 50% pump. We expect a 50% dump, right? That's the whole. That's how we play crypto. The volatility is king. We love volatility. We buy the dip and we sell the top, right? 50% moves are okay for us. It's just another day. So it's another Tuesday, right? That's crypto. So anybody who's been in crypto for a long time, they do not even flinch. They do not even flinch when it dumps 50%. So what? Yeah, fine. Another 6 months. That's the attitude crypto guys have. But when you have institutions coming in, for them, they're looking at the percentage, right? Oh, damn, I'm losing 10%. Boom, sell it. Get rid. That's how they're looking at it. So you got to think about that, right? So hundreds of billions is going to be a lot more, because how they're going to calculate it compared to what it was before. That's one of the reasons why we have a risk. And I feel that, look, for the market to continue, for us to prolong the market and possibly go to February, March, April, May, June, maybe to the end of next year, right? Whatever the case is, I'm not saying we're going to go there, but if we do, right, by all means, why not? We need to prolong the market. right? That means we need to reset a lot of these indicators, reset the weekly RSI, we need to reset that, reset the MACD, we need to reset that, we need to reset the fear and greed, reset all of these, right? When they reset, it doesn't necessarily mean the Bitcoin has to dump to 50k for that. No, we can reset it by going to 90k, we can reset it by going to 85k, whatever. Like, we can reset it at those lower levels. We don't have to go severely down. When we reset it, then now we can start the whole cycle all over again, another entire freaking bull run, right? We can start another bull run. And now, because we're at a higher rate, we can start pumping higher numbers. So if we dump to, like, just for the hypothetically, I'm saying, if we dump to 85k and we don't go below, what do you think we're going to do next? You think we're going to go back to 103k? No, we're shooting straight to 200k. Do you know what I mean? So think of it that way. We're going to head towards 200k. Okay, fine. We don't go to 200k. Even then, worst case scenario, we get 150, 160k. Isn't that better than where we were before? So that's what you got to understand, that corrections are important, because that's when people take profit. And if you take profit, you redeploy your profit, because you don't have infinite amount of cash. You're not the Federal Reserve. We're not the Federal Reserve, right? We don't have infinite amount of cash. So sometimes it's good for us to sell the top, right? Sell and make profit, keep the profit on the side, like I did the other day. I dumped everything. I bought 50%, but I got 50% cash. So I'm ready to deploy. Do you know what I mean? Right? So I'm ready. Now, I wouldn't be able to be ready if I'm all in crypto. Do you know what I mean? So you gotta have a plan. That's all I'm saying. And of course, you do you, I do me. End of the day, none of this is financial advice. All right? None of this is financial advice. So it is what it is. Cam says, with the amount of institutions at play, you should be careful not to compare this cycle to previous retail cycles. 100%. I've been going on about that, Cam. I've been telling everyone about that. I said, look, yes, previous cycles were they were showing particular signs, they were acting in a particular way, but this is different. This is different because we have more institutions now doing it, in the light. Let's just say this way, right? They're announcing it. Yes, they've done it before, and I've told people before as well. I said, look, many of these projects, like for example, XRP already was backed by a lot of institutions, right, from 2013. Ethereum had a foundation with so many people from these Fortune 500 companies, including Microsoft, 2015, right? So they've already had them. But the problem is they're not publicly announcing what they hold and what they don't. They don't have to. So we don't know, right? Now a lot of these companies are publicly announcing it. Do you know what I mean? So they've already been in it. Let me give you an example. Trump, right? Donald Trump, anti-crypto last season, right? This season is pro-crypto. But check this out. Him, Donald Trump, and Michael Saylor go back 20 years. So you're telling me Donald Trump has no idea about crypto? Donald Trump doesn't know how Michael Saylor thinks? They haven't sat down and had a conversation? Come on, guys, please. They're all linked. They all know each other. They sit with each other. They drink coffee together. We're not part of that club, unfortunately. Do you know what I mean? We're not part of that club, but they have a club. I'm telling you, they have a club. Yachts, clubs, private jets, whatever. They go sit there and they have coffee and they talk about all sorts of stuff. How to take over the world. How to take your money and make more money. That's what they talk about. So, oh my God. Don't get me started, because I'll start on the conspiracies. So, Roach says, about to sell my left lung and long XRP to 10 because Sham said so. Not now. I said, do it when it bleeds out. Wait until Sunday, because guess what? Funny you mentioned long. That's exactly what I'm waiting for. That $1.98, and there's a big if, I don't know if it's going to go there, but I have a trigger set up to start a long from there. I'm doing a 10x long from there. I'm being honest with you guys. And I said to you guys the other day as well, I said, guys, I am going to go into XRP. If it goes to that level again, test it. Then if I think it's markets, this is it. If I think this is a correction and it wants to push back up, then I'm going long, right? I didn't say long. I said I'm going to go heavy. That's what I meant by long. So I'm going 10x. So let's see what happens. Earning Gadda 24x/7 says, bro, dog coin update $5. Which dog coin, bro? They're all dog coins, aren't they? Everything's a dog coin, right? They're dog coins and monkey coins, bro, and a few cat coins out there. you know what I mean? And a couple of frogs as well. So yeah, that's what it is. I mean, there's a few animals missing. I mean, we've got plenty of animals. There's a few missing. I think people just have a selection of animals out there. But I think we're gone past the animal phase. People nowadays don't even give a damn about what the animals are. Just buy whatever. Just buy whatever. It doesn't matter. I mean, I could start promoting a coin here right now and people will start buying it. It's hilarious, right? It's absolutely hilarious. Oh man. Crypto says, is your logo a gorilla? Yes, it is. My logo is a gorilla. So before me putting the gorilla logo, I used to have an NFT and the logo was an NFT. And I think I mentioned it. One of my wallet got hacked and drained. So when they drained it, guess what? They took all of my NFTs, and I had some Azuki and all of those in there. They took my NFT as well, and they literally dumped it on OpenSea, and so I don't have that. So hence why some of my profiles that I haven't updated still have the image. I've been going through them, and I was like, no, I'm changing them. You know, because I don't own that NFT, so how can I show that? But originally it was an NFT. It was so the one I was showing was an Azuki. It was an Azuki NFT, and it got robbed. So then I created this on an app, and I said, yeah, that's it. Earning Gadda says Tron coin maximum. Tron, I'm not a fan of Tron, bro. I've never been a fan of Tron. It is what it is, but anyway, I respect Tron. It's not. I have used Tron, by the way. I've used Tron to transfer USDT. It was the cheapest network to transfer USDT at some stage, right? But even now, it doesn't matter. There are plenty of other networks. Tron for me is like a casino blockchain, right? So yeah, good. I mean, some people work on it. Again, it hasn't got the major hype because of how many scams happen there. It's like BNB. It's a great coin, but a lot of people abused it. Hence why a lot of people now go to Solana. And believe me, here, listen to this. If you launch a coin on any EVM chain, EVM, let's put it this way, like Base, Arbitrum, Optimism, all the others like Ethereum, Polygon, Binance, because it's technically an EVM chain as well, Binance, Tron, and all of that, right? There's so many out there, bloody hundreds. There's about 4,000 or 5,000 now. Last I checked, it was about 4,000 blockchains on EVM. Basically just a copy of Ethereum. So those coins, if you have those blockchains, everybody could go and start creating smart contracts, which is fine, right? So you create another token on XYZ, right? And so a lot of them, they're cheap. We know when you go and launch a thing, it's very cheap. If you have a DEX, you can go and put a very little liquidity and launch the token, by the way. It's easy, right? So it takes up 10 seconds or okay, maybe 60 seconds. Launch it. Within a minute, you're done. You're live. You're live. Even coin market cap, everyone's going to show your coin. Not a problem. They're not going to list it, but they will show your coin. You know what I mean? You can search it. But when it comes to Solana, it's not cheap. Solana is not cheap. Solana is a very expensive blockchain to launch a project. And it's part of the way they safeguard things. However, where do we have most of the meme coins? Which blockchain does everyone talk about? Solana. Why is that? Have you ever thought about that? Why is that? Why is it that people are more talking about the more scams and more scam coins on a blockchain that is actually more expensive to launch? Right? When you go on Radium and it costs like $600-700 just Radium fees and whatnot. It's crazy, right? Why would people do that? Because it doesn't matter how much it costs. It doesn't matter who you scam. They got the hype to be the meme coin blockchain. Whereas the others got a reputation to be a casino blockchain, to be a scam blockchain, to be this block. And they've lost it. It's not like people are not building. People are, but they're not as big as Solana with the meme coin ecosystem. It's Solana. Everything's about Solana. And now the new narrative, I mean, there was a time when they were talking about Avalanche. That died off. Avalanche meme coins died off. You know, then there was a narrative Base. Base is good, right? Built by Coinbase, right? Fine. A lot of base. And then all of a sudden, that kind of died off as well. Because Solana's still the top dog. Still the top dog. So end of the day, you know. KR says, hey bro, smash the like, guys. Smash those likes. Yes, of course. Earning Gadda says, are you no Sui coin? Yeah, I've talked about Sui already, bro. I'm not going to repeat myself. I've already talked about Sui. We had a good discussion about Sui. How much I bought and how much I lost. I've already talked about it. And how much I trust it. I trust Sui. So By the way, guys, none of this is financial advice. Whatever I'm saying here, these are my personal opinions and personal thoughts and personal things that I'm talking about. I'm not endorsing any coins here. So if I'm giving you coin names, I'm just trying to give you a description. I know some people might take it as, oh, these guys talked about this. No, I'm not endorsing anybody here. Everything is a shitcoin. Everything is a scam. That's it. All right. That's all I'm endorsing. Everything is a scam. Only invest money you can afford to lose. All right. That's what I'm going to say. So please don't take this the wrong way and think, oh, this guy's promoting this. This guy, I'm not. I don't promote anything. All right. Mr. Badass, Worldcoin, my G. Yes, my brother, Worldcoin. Listen, Worldcoin, there's a video on my channel the day Worldcoin launched in the UK, right? I drove to the orb, done my KYC, whatnot. There was a girl there, right? She's on my thumbnail as well. Interviewed her, talked about a few bits and bobs, and she said to me, this, and I recorded her for a little bit. And then, yeah, we talked about it, Worldcoin. And I've been holding Worldcoin since then, right? Again, why am I a fan of Worldcoin? Funny, I don't care about the technology. I don't care about their blockchain, because originally they didn't even have a blockchain because they built it on optimism. Now they have their own blockchain. Again, doesn't matter. I don't really care. Worldcoin, the only reason I'm behind it, right? The only reason is the founder. The only reason I'm behind it is the founder. Because he's the same guy. I forgot something Altman, right? He's the same guy who created ChatGPT. And I've got a weird feeling he's going to do something with that AI once he's built it up enough, and he's going to stick it into Worldcoin, and Worldcoin is going to do something crazy, right? Because you don't become somebody in a regulated company, in a regulated world, creating a blockchain if there's, you know, no foresight or whatever you want to call it, right? So I think it's regulated. Mada says, we'll check it out. Yes, so the same founder, OpenAI, created Worldcoin. So have a look at that, and then you do your decision, obviously. But I've got a video out there, and I've talked about it. New game is investing crypto gambling. I don't know. Depends. I mean, what context is gambling? You know, if you what context are you asking in? So asking, please let me know, because I need to understand. Are you saying it in a religious context? Are you saying it in a financial context? Or are you saying it, if I go and dip and play and this and that, and if I lose money or if I win money, is that gambling? Well, then I can give you an answer, better answer probably. So it depends on what context you're asking me this question. I can't just give you a random answer, because that will be whatever I think it is, right? Because I know I've had people come up to me and say, you know, like from my community, Muslim community, come up to me and say, is BTC halal? I was like, okay, what's the definition of halal, right? Do you know what I mean? When we talk about it, what's the definition of halal? So if you're talking about halal, that's what we eat. It's the truth. A lot of people don't get it. Halal is what we eat. Kosher, halal, we eat that. So you're gonna eat BTC, bro? If you can eat it and digest it, halal, man. It's halal. There you go. You know. New game says, well, is it like stock market investment? 100%, exactly. So it is the only difference between stock market and crypto, right? When you're buying a percentage of a crypto or an entire crypto, that's your, like, if you buy the coin and you're able, like, there are some exchanges where you can't move it, so understand this, very few, right? But normally if you buy a coin, it's your property, means you can digitally move it from the exchange to your personal wallet wherever you want, store it anywhere. And if you have your own private wallet, you can have your seed phrase, you can throw your wallet away, that seed phrase becomes your property. So technically it is a digital property, better than stock market, because on a stock market you're getting some random numbers on a thing. It's just a piece of paper with your name on it, right? It's got no value. You can't actually take it into your own wallet, store it somewhere else, save it somewhere else. So it's not your property. Do you know what I mean? So it's better than that. So it's similar to stock when we buy and sell and trade, long, short. Yes, everything, those functions are traditional stock market functions that we're doing. However, the only one difference is we own that asset, right? Whether the market collapses, whether the market stays, whether this exchange doesn't like you, that exchange doesn't matter. Your assets, if you keep it in your own personal wallet, you can take it wherever you want. It doesn't care about borders. It doesn't care about people. It doesn't care about culture, religion, none of that, right? So it's your own piece of digital asset. Believe me, it's getting hard these days to buy physical assets. So this at least you can own and say, this is mine. Do you know what I mean? So that's what it is. So yes, very similar that way. And ultimately, when you're talking about gambling, listen, if you buy a piece of land today for $10,000, there's no guarantee it's going to be worth $10,000 tomorrow. You buy a building, right? There's no guarantee that building is going to be the same value tomorrow. So it is a gamble, right? So that's a whole different context. Desi says, gotta go, up at 1:30. Catch you later. Catch you tomorrow, my brother. Awesome. Thank you very much for coming to the show, my brother. I always appreciate that. Thank you, thank you, thank you. So, yeah, so that's what it is. So when you're like, you got to think about it that way, right? You know, everything's a gamble. Everything's a gamble. I mean, when you come out of your home every day, it's a gamble. You don't know if you're going to go back home. It's a gamble, right? So it's, you know what I mean? Depends on the context, as I say. It always depends on the context. Because I get so many weird questions sometimes, and it doesn't make any sense. Like, well, sorry, what? Like I said about someone asking me, is it halal? I'm like, bro, the only thing halal we deal with is what we eat. It's just clear. It's in the religion. It's clear. Halal is what you eat. If you're talking about other laws, then that's Sharia. That's different. Sharia law has got nothing to do with halal. You consume halal. Other than that, there's nothing else halal, right? So what you wear is not halal. It doesn't matter. Do you know what I mean? So it's a weird one. And yes, everything is getting more expensive nowadays. Yes, I mean, listen, that's part of inflation. Nothing is expensive. Your building, your house, your car is still the same value, right? But because they've printed so much more money, they got to increase the prices because they're going to tax more. Right? That's all it is. So, you know, over time, what you'd realize is you think you're earning more, you get a pay rise. No, you're not getting a pay rise. You just basically added the amount that they've inflated anyway. They just got to balance the sheets out. That's what it is. And that's why the system is unfair. Our global financial system is broke. It's unfair. It's broke because there are a few people on the top who are controlling how much money they print and decide how much they're going to inflate it by, right? And all they do is come back every few months and announce it. But ultimately, they've already inflated it. So when they're announcing these things, they've already done it. You know what I mean? So all they're telling us is how they're going to basically ease it, rather than telling us, oh, actually, we did 20% inflation, rather than telling us it's going to be 20%, which means it's going to crash everything. They come every few months and they're like, oh, we just put it up by 1%. We put it up by 2%. And then every now and then they come and say, oh, we're going to go negative 1%, 2%, just to make you happy again, right? But that's what they do. It's an infinite money printing machine. This global financial system doesn't work, right? And our financial system, our earning and income and everything doesn't work, right? For me, I'll give you a good example. In the UK, there was a time, right? I'm not even joking, and I'm sure there's plenty of guys here who could actually vouch for this. So in London, I'm going to say in London. I'm not sure about outside, but in London. In London, there was a time, if you drove every year and you got no claims bonus for driving, you know, good, and you didn't do anything, you're not causing any harm to anybody, you drive safe, and you got no points or nothing, your insurance premium dropped every year. There was a time, right? It would drop every year. So every year you get a discount, to the point where it gets to a really comfortable level. You pay a couple of £100 a year, you're fully comprehensive, right? Recently, they're doing the opposite now. Now the insurance is going up every year. Hold on, how does that work? You've got no claims bonus. You've got bloody 20, 15 years no claim bonus. How does your insurance price keep on going up? Oh, that's how the premiums are. What are you calculating it on? Do you know what I mean? So what they're doing is in reverse now, because of inflation, they're like, okay, fine, let's charge these people more money. That's what they do. So it is what it is, you know. But at the end of the day, if we've got to drive, we've got to pay. So it's complete daylight robbery. Like inflation and insurance is daylight robbery. That's all I'm going to say, you know. Hope that kind of makes sense. Any other chats, guys? Anyone else here? Tell me. If you're not, then I'm not going to stick around for too long. I want to go. But I think I've given my market update anyway. What I said, like, look, I feel that we need to wait until Sunday. Not necessarily exactly Sunday. We might see a dip on Friday. We might see a dip on Saturday. Whatever the case is, whenever we see a dip, that's when we're going to be deployed. But right now, the only strategy I can tell you about is plan for it. If like, for example, Roach, if you've got 20 grand sitting around and you want to burn it or you want to go into something, rather than sitting and pondering what you're going to do with it and trying to figure out where you're going to dump it, plan for it. If you're going to buy something, set your orders up now, right? Because you don't want to go in when the whole market's done its thing. Like, you could be at sleep, right? So if you set your orders up now, then you've already planned for it, and that way what will happen is it will buy while you're sleeping, and you wake up and you're a happy man, right? Because everything's green now or whatever, something. You know what I mean? New game says even the eggs, bro, everything. I'm not sure if you're a bro or not. I'm not sure, but just say bro for the sake of it, right? Everything is gone up. Everything. It's freaking ridiculous. It's ridiculous. But that's what it is, though. Because remember, it's not so like you as a company. So, for example, me as a company, like for example, this company who sells water, right? The water's coming from the same place. The bottling factory is exactly the same, right? If they produce more, then they need to spend more on the plastic or whatever, right? But other than that, everything's exactly the same. But because the government's now charging so much more, they have to also add so much more. Do you know what I mean? So there's it's like a infinite cycle of loop, right? Which keeps on coming back and charges people more. Hence why things go up. Do you know what I mean? All right, new game says yes, bro. Okay, awesome. I don't know. Listen, your name could be anything. There's a game I play where all the characters is hilarious, right? So there's a game I play. It's like one of those idle games, right? So it's an idle game. I love the game. Brilliant. I'm kind of a guild leader there, and all the characters are female. So the first time I played it, all the guys there had woman's name. I've got a man's name. So someone actually mentioned it. They're like, so you're a G. I'm like, what do you mean? They're like, you're a dude. I'm like, yeah, that's what I'm implying. They're like, you know, 99% of the people here are boys. I was like, right, so the boys, why they got girls' names for? You know what I mean? It's just weird. I was like, yeah, we're boys, we're playing this, so why you got girls' names for? I don't know. So it was hard for me. So I just stuck with it. I was like, look, bro, dude, buddy, that's it. Those are the words I even use now because I don't know who I'm talking to. It could be a girl, it could be a boy. I don't know. Do you know what I mean? Names are weird. So all sorts of people have all sorts of names. Crypto Roach, what did you say? Crypto Roach says, as always, Sham, thanks for all the great NFA. Great chatting with you. Anytime, my brother, anytime. You know that. I'm here. You know, I'm here for you guys. If there is any other questions or whatever, you know me, unfiltered. I'll just tell you what it is as it is, right? Because I'm not here to, you know, no nonsense, no BS, right? Just what I've got is what I've got. If of course, if there is something I can't talk about, I don't know. I'll just say I don't know. Like earlier on, someone mentioned that coin, that scam. I don't know about the coin, but I can tell you what not to do. You know, if you're gonna go and play these scam coins or whatever, just have fun, but only invest money you can afford to lose. Don't go big on these coins. You know what I mean? Roach says, like and subscribe, guys. Yes. If you're here for the first time, my name is Sham. This is your X5. The truth is always out there. All my videos, I think Desi Track said earlier on as well, go back and watch a few videos and you'll understand. We're here doing unfiltered stuff, talking about all sorts of stuff that's going on in the crypto, and could be anything else. We could be talking about anything. It doesn't matter, religion, culture, whatever. I'm open and free to talk about almost anything apart from serious political issues, right? Because there are a lot of political things that I don't want to touch just for the sake of it, because we would have political bias, right? Some people may think something, some people may think something else, and I might think something completely differently. So then what will happen is people won't like it. So I don't want to hurt anybody's feelings, you know what I mean? And I'm very inclusive. For me, everybody's a brother and sister here. So Seeking says, what's your thoughts on Xcore? I don't know. I'm sorry, Seeking. I don't know Xcore, so I won't talk about it. As I earlier on I mentioned as well, I usually focus my energy on the top 10, top 20 coins on the coin market cap. If it's there, I'll have a look at it. If it's not, then it's another one of those coins that I'm only gonna, even if I know about it, someone shares it with me, yep, chuck $100 or something, you know, money I can afford to lose, right? If it's not money I can afford to, I'm not even gonna bother with it. You know what I mean? But right now, at this stage of the market, actually not this stage of the market, about 2 weeks ago, I told people, I said, guys, we're at that particular stage of the market where you can buy whatever, everyone's going to pump. There's no point thinking about anything. Don't look at fundamentals. At this stage, we're at the end of the bull market. This is the beginning of the end of the bull market, right? So the bull market could end in a month, could end in 2 months, could end in 6 months, maybe in, you know, whatever. It could end anytime. That's the assumption we have now, because of where we are. So we've been in it a couple of years now. We've come to the point where it could end any time now. So if we have that kind of a thought, it doesn't matter what you pick, right? Just make sure you have a stop loss and protect your funds, because it could go down. When it goes down, then it's down. New game says freedom of speech. You're doing great. Listen, I'm unfiltered. I'll say whatever. I'll F and blind on a live. I don't really care, right? And most of my videos are lives anyway. Obviously, I'll do some pre-recorded stuff back in the days. But usually that's because I was driving, the network's not good. But whenever I can, I always like to do a live stream, because at least that way you're getting the information there and then it's live, right? And you know that it's not something that I'm scripted. I'm not talking from something. I'm not checking my data. I don't have a whole bunch of notes and sticking to that. And I'm not avoiding engaging with the comments. For example, a lot of the time you'll find people, they won't read particular comments, right? They won't read them because they don't want to answer it for whatever reason. I'll read all of them, but if I can answer, I would answer. If I can't, I won't. If I know about it, I know about it. If I don't, I don't. You know what I mean? Like I said, X score, I don't know about it, so I'm not going to say anything. Seeking says, what about XRP? We had a long conversation about XRP. So for me, I'll give you the short of it, because I spoke about it like maybe an hour ago. The XRP, I feel the XRP, if we do dump, we could potentially, and we already did, by the way, we could potentially go below $2, right? That would be a good bounce zone. So around that particular time, I've personally set up a long order, right? So I'm going to go long on that. However, overall market structure, I feel XRP has a great chance to go to around $10, and it's got nothing to do with XRP's new USD coin or anything. So I've also told people earlier on as well, I said, guys, separate those two. USD's the RL USD, or real USD they call it, right, has nothing to do with XRP. Yes, it might create some hype and whatever, but they're not connected. They're two different entities. They don't complement each other. You know what I mean? So it's just another USD. So who cares? I don't really care, right? Another USD, right? When we need to cash out, we cash out. That's the only difference. But XRP on its own, because of the current market momentum and everything, has a great opportunity to push forward. In fact, if they didn't, like XRP Foundation and all the other whales, didn't dump $4 billion the other day when XRP went to $2.90, XRP would have tested its previous high. And believe me, if XRP tested its previous high, right, then we would have right now wouldn't even be looking at $2. We'd be looking at $3 as a support zone. Do you know what I mean? But sadly, somebody cashed out, and that's the problem. So it happens all the time. Like last time, 2017, I remember it pumped all the way to the moon, $3 something, and someone, I won't say who, but they dumped $9 billion worth. They cashed out $9 billion, and that's what dumped the market. At that time, we weren't even big enough. Now, at least we can handle $9 billion. Back in the days, believe me, the market couldn't handle $9 billion, right? Now we can handle $100 billion, $200 billion, easy peasy, no problem, because of how high we are, right? We're at $3.5 trillion. It's okay. We can handle, one coin not performing. It's okay. We've got 4 million coins to worry about. You know what I mean? So... Tihomir, what about Render? Render's good. Render is one of those coins that I remember when it first came out, it was a couple of dollars, and there was a few people who asked me about Render. I said, look, think about it. Render's trying to do certain things, and they got good partnerships, and like with some of the institutions and all of those film companies and that, they've got partnerships, right? What they were showing, and I was like, look, if they've got that, and I think Apple at that time, I can't remember, so don't quote me on that, and don't hold me to it. I think Apple was showing some interest with Render as well, and I believe Apple did do one of their product launches with Render, so they use Render. So I said, guys, it's one of those buy, hold, and just forget about it. Again, same advice to you as well, as I said to everybody as well, and it's not a financial advice, right? At this present moment, think of everything like it's about to end. Anytime, month from now, week from now, a day from now, 6 months from now, think of it that way. It's going to end. So by thinking it's going to end, you're going to have some protection. And there are a few people who said I should create a cryptocurrency called stop loss. I probably will, right? Because what happened, I want you to have a stop loss and protect your funds. Right? Protect your funds. It's not that, okay, we're going to bleed down and that's it. No, put a stop loss so that if the market does go down, at least you're liquidated and you exit out. And I'm not talking about longs and shorts. I'm talking about spot trade as well. Stop loss is going to help you. So have some sort of a plan for your backup. So think about how it's going to end and plan for that. Because if you plan for it, you're the boss, right? So I'm going to say, and Render's a good coin, I'm telling you. Sorry, my name is hard. Well, I couldn't pronounce it, but yeah, listen, I'm sure you can pronounce it better than me, right? But no, I appreciate that. But I hope that makes sense, right? The thing we need to be concerned about is not individual coins, is the entire market could collapse. Now that we understand that, we need to have some sort of a safeguard, some sort of a protection, so we don't lose money. Do you know what I mean? And more importantly, never buy on a green candle. All right, never buy unless you're doing a long and a short for a short period of time. Yeah, that's a different story. But never ever buy on a green candle. All right. If the market's red, like I said, if XRP goes to $2, I'm jumping in. I'm going heavy. I'm doing a 10x. Right. I'm going heavy and I'm doing a 10x. Think about it. Because it's red. Red is good. Red is when you buy. Red is Christmas, right? Red is brilliant. So if you see a red, jump in. If you don't see a red, stay away. New Game says they keep mentioning the altcoin season has gone, more to go. Yes, the altcoin season has just recently started about 2-3 weeks ago. So altcoin season, we've just entered the altcoin season, right? And Bitcoin is causing us a bit of an issue. So right now, Bitcoin is the enemy of all altcoins, right? It shouldn't move. Bitcoin should take it steady, like maybe 500 a day or maybe nothing, just stay there, right? Sideways, Bitcoin sideways or a correction, right? Whatever happens, Bitcoin needs to be sideways for a few days. That's when the altcoins will start moving, and the altcoins should, most of them should start going towards its new all-time high, right? So most of the legacy coins, they should start going to the previous all-time high and then the new all-time high, right? And that's when, you know, when we hit that new all-time highs, that's altcoin season, like the peak of altcoin season, because that's when you start, when we go to brand new all-time highs, not the previous levels, that's when you start exiting. So you exit on a green, right? You exit on a green, because that's what I'm waiting for. Like some of these coins we're still holding. Why? Because we want them to go to their previous. Fine, that's our target, but that's not enough, right? Altcoin season needs to give us at least 1x, 2x, 3x, maybe 10x more than where it is. So when we get to that level, that's when we're going to start cashing out on the greens. You know what I mean? So we're going to start taking cash out on the greens. So yes, altcoin season's already here. I'm going to call you Tihum. I'm going to say Omir. Omir is easier for me to say. So I'll say Omir, right? So Omir says, I sold my XRP with 363% profit 1 week ago. Nice. Awesome. Why not? That's, you know, awesome. I've got, there's a few guys, I don't know if he's here. There's a few guys, they're holding XRP from years ago, right? And there's one person, he's holding since 2018. That person's holding since 2018. So he's still not selling. He specifically said, right? Actually, no, he's gone to bed now. He specifically said he will sell when it's $10. So he's waiting since 2018 for it to go to $10, and he's patient. He's patient, you know. And I don't think there's any reason why it can't go there, why it can't go higher. But I don't like to give higher numbers. For me, I always like to stick to a reasonable number. So I'm like, okay, $3.30. No problem. That's the previous all-time high. After that, we can do a 2x. And if we do a 2x from there, that's $10. You know what I mean? $3.30 times 3 is $9.90. That's $10. So brother says, and I got a new laptop for my girlfriend and fridge and new SSD for my PC and left $30,000 towards my dream caravan and a permit to tow it. Great. That, you know what you just said there is great. That's what people should do. You're in it to make the money and enjoy life, right? Don't make the money, see it go up to $1 million and then basically tank all the way down to zero and then be depressed for the rest of your life. Don't do that. Enjoy the money, because you're making the money. Enjoy, because that's what you need to do, right? Enjoy. That's what you need to do. You gotta always take money out and enjoy. Take profit, guys. That's very important. If you're not taking profit, what are you in it for? What are you in it for? You know, whatever coin. Are you in it for the founder? He's not going to marry you, so what are you looking at founders for? You know what I mean? We don't care about founders, right? Okay, fine. You're in it for the technology. What are you going to do with the technology? Are you using that technology? No, you're in it for the money. So make the money. And if you made the money, keep the money. That's what I'm saying. And if you can't keep the money, and if you think it's going to go higher, put a stop loss, right? It's not much to ask for, is it? And I'm not asking for you to put a stop loss and, you know, end of the day, give me some. No. You put a stop loss, you're going to save your own money. That's what you're going to do. You're going to save your own money. So brother says, it's my first bull run. I'm very new. Okay, that's not a problem. Listen, this is my third bull run. The first one, I was very new. But I already had previous experience in stocks and FX. So I wasn't that new, right? So to the market, I wasn't that new, right? But to crypto, I was very new. And I played loads of different strategies. I traded and I did, and then I hodled and all sorts, right? I played all sorts of strategies. That's when I was new. right? So I'm talking about 2017. I was new. That bull market, I was new. That's my first crypto bull market. But once I got out of that, because I haven't, I kind of like to analyze things. So I started analyzing, right? But I was already doing that from when I entered anyway. I started analyzing things and I looked at certain patterns and certain things. I was like, okay, I know exactly what I need to do. So I started basically using those tactics to do what I do now. However, since 2020, I've come on YouTube because a lot of friends and family, they saw what I was doing and they were like, bro, you know, in fact, a lot of people even, they call me every time they see me, they're like Bitcoin, because I used to talk about Bitcoin so much. So like my mum, she was every time I see him, he's always talking about Bitcoin, because I'm always talking about Bitcoin to someone. So that's what my mom says anyway. So anyway, so a lot of the friends and family, they came together and they're like, can you tell us this? And they were calling me and whatnot. And I got fed up. I said, look, I'm going to create a YouTube channel and I'm going to do it for you. So this channel was created for friends and family to help them out. In fact, I'm still doing that, right? So, but now obviously other people are coming on, channels growing, and I do highly appreciate that. All the subscribes, all the likes, they do, you know, help with the algorithm and everything as well. And the channel's getting out there and loads of people are coming as well. I mean, the other day we had a stream and I was shocked, by the way, for a channel with 3,400 subscribers. We had 2,100 people come and go on the stream. That's amazing. I've never seen anything like it. So that was phenomenal. Clearly something's working out there. So that's, you know, I respect that and I appreciate that. So it is what it is, you know. But yeah, first bull run, no worries, don't worry. This is the one that makes you stronger, right? A first bull run is going to either make you or break you, right? You're either going to lose faith because you lose money, or if you make money, it's going to make you stronger and much more faithful. And you know that next season you're going to make a lot more money, because you're going to have every mistake you've made in this bull market. And if you still make profit, next season, you're not going to make the same mistakes and you're going to make even more money. You're going to learn, okay, I need to hodl this. You're going to learn, I need to buy on a red. You're going to learn, okay, I need to sometimes be patient and wait for the market to dip down so I can buy at a perfect time, right? You're going to learn all of these things. This is going to be your experience because you've seen those candles, you've seen those patterns, you've seen the swings, you've seen the volatility, right? You've seen all of these things. So you're going to be much more wiser next season. You're going to make a shit ton of money next season. I wish the best for you, honestly. So new game says, so when you say 2x, you multiple times the number that asset is at currently. So when I say 2x, yes, it's normally multiply whatever number you got. So say, for example, if it's 100, when I say 2x, that usually means 100 becomes 200. However, if I say 3x, then that means 300. However, now, when I say I'm going to 2x more, and I'm being very specific, I'm going to have a 2x profit. What I'm trying to say is I'm going to have my $100 and 200 on top of that. So I'm going to 2x in the price, the profit. So if I have, for example, if I have Ethereum, which is sitting at almost $4,000 today, right? It's not 4,000, but just for the video, 4,000. If I say I'm going to make 2x, I'm going to make 2x. I'm not talking about one Ethereum becoming worth 8 grand. I'm saying I'm going to make 2x the value. So I'm going to make 8,000 profit on top of my 4,000. So I'm going to make 2x the profit, right? So that's basically 3 times the price. So oh my. Omir says, congrats on the awesome stream. Thank you, my brother. I do appreciate that. I do streams every day around this time, pretty much every day I do live stream, and so many people come and go. It is what it is. So let's see what happens. What about using leverage for crypto? Leverage, yeah, it's fine. Be responsible. Leverage, there's a key thing you need to understand, and it doesn't matter whether it's crypto or other assets. Leverage is the same everywhere, because remember, it's the same instrument, right? When you do your percentage for leverage, if you do a 1x, 2x, 3x, 4x, like 2x, let's just say 2x. When you're doing 2x, that means every 1% it moves is 2% for you, right? So if you do a 10x, that means every 1% it moves is 10% for you. So up or down, by the way. If you do a 100x, that means every 1% it moves is 100% for you. So do you understand what it is? So whatever X you're doing is the percentage for you. So in gain or loss. So if you have, say for example, you have a liquidation price 10% below your price, so whatever calculation you do, 10% below your price, then if it moves 10% below, then you get liquidated. So these are the risks you need to understand. So the percentage, whatever X you do, 1X, 2X, 3X, 5X, 10X, 1X is fine, by the way. 1X means it's just your money. You're not borrowing any money. But if you do a 2X, you're borrowing the equivalent from somebody else. You got to pay interest on that. You got to pay funding rates on that, right? So that's all there. Those things will be deducted. Hence why you're going to be like, if it goes either way, you're going to be making double the amount. So think about it that way, right? Faisal, finally, my brother. I told you you're going to catch it. I've been on it like 1 hour 30 minutes now, bro. Finally is here. What was it? New game? Was it new game or was it tell me? Omid, this is our XRP holder, one of our XRP holders. So he's not Faisal is not the guy who holds it from 2018. Or Faisal, when do you hold it from? I think you hold it from 2020, right? I think Faisal holds it from 2020. So he's not the longest, but yeah, he's here. So this is one of our big XRP holders. He's a whale. So we have some big holders. This is one of my brother. He's a holder. He's a big holder. 2019, there you go. My brother's holding since 2019. You see what I mean? So yeah, we got people who have been holding for a very long time from very low prices as well, and just riding it, because end of the day they believe in it, they have faith. Fine, of course they will, if the market pumps, then they'll put a stop loss and protect those funds and buy it cheaper again later and carry on. So that's what it is, but remember, leverage, there's only one rule. As long as you understand that rule, you're fine. You're the boss, right? Because a lot of people, they go all technical. Oh, do this and do that and show you BS. Get lost. Why are you telling? Just simple. If you're gonna do 2x, that means every 1% is gonna make you 2 times, right? So on the reverse, it's gonna do the same. It's gonna go down 2 times. If you're gonna do a 10x on the up, it's gonna make every 1% is gonna make you 10%, right? Every 1% is gonna make you 10%. On the downside, every 1% is gonna lose you 10%. Simple. How hard is that? Why can't people just tell you straight away? You know what I mean? Oh man. New game says, so on leverage, if you buy an asset at 500 and if you make gain of 500, how much money left on gains after paying all the fees? No, it depends on your leverage. It depends on your leverage. So when you make 500, what did you make 500 with? What leverage did you make it with? If you did it with no leverage, so for example, you opened a trade with no leverage, right? And you made 500, you don't pay anything because that's your money. You didn't borrow anything. When you borrow, that's when you're paying. You pay a funding rate, right? Because that's got interest and everything. Because you're borrowing it, from them. You're borrowing whatever percentage from them, So if it's like, we know whatever percent you're borrowing off them. You know what I mean? So think about it that way. I hope that kind of makes sense. Omi says, if XRP goes below $2, I will buy back and hold it till 8. Yeah, why not? That's the whole thing. And even then, even if it doesn't go to 8, the trick is, right? The trick is when you, look, I'm sitting here talking to you guys. Do I want to be sitting here and talking to you guys when I could be missing an opportunity? No. However, I have a plan, and my plan is already set in motion. That means all my buy orders, all my plans, everything, all the prices I think we could go to, I've already set orders. Bitcoin, Ethereum, XRP, Solana, all of the orders are set. That's why I can sit here calmly. I don't even need my device here. My phone here doesn't have anything. It's got an exchange. I've got access to it. But end of the day, I'm not going to use that. But I want to sit on a proper chart and do it. So that's already done. It's happening at home. It's happening in the background. I don't need to know about it. I have alerts, right, set up when we hit those prices. So when my alert triggers, boom, I know it's bought already. So I could sit here and have this buy. So I've already planned for these things. Now, on the way up, it's moving, right? We go to $4, $5, $6, right? I don't know. We might collapse any second now. So I have a stop loss as well, a trailing stop right behind it. So it's trailing. It's going to trail. So as long as the market keeps on going up, it's going to keep on going up with it. When it collapses by a certain percentage, it's going to exit me out. Same way, if it buys at $2 and the market bleeds out, guess what? It's going to also exit me out because that trading stop activates both ways. On the way up, on the way down, doesn't matter. That trading stop's going to exit me out. So my funds are going to be safe. I'm not going to lose all of it. I can still go back in and buy it cheaper. So I hope that makes sense. So that's what it is. It's sometimes you just got to make it simple, man. You just got to make it simple. Guys, if you're here for the first time, my name is Sham. This is RUSD. We've been here for like almost 1 hour, 40 minutes right now. Right? The truth is always out there. Smash those like buttons if you haven't already. Let's grow the community. First, says Sam, I saw on X, this guy lost 5 million H-bar and seeing a lot get hacked. Besides cold storage, any extra steps to keep your coins safe you can advise from experience? Yeah, believe me, yeah, there is. I'm going to give you one advice, and it's going to be the most important advice. If you want to hold cryptocurrency in a cold storage, try and get a wallet. Even, by the way, you don't even need cold storage. You know, a lot of people go for the names not coming. I'm really tired right now. Ledger, Trezor, Elipal, this, that, whatever. A lot of people go for those. Great. By the way, then there's no harm. Get them. But you know that device is useless. You know that device is actually useless. Right? You're actually better off not getting a device at all. Right? And I'll tell you how to keep it safe, right? How to not get hacked, right? So you're better off not even getting a device. But if you get a device, fine. It's a gimmick. You have it. No problem. It's in your wallet. No problem, right? That's fine. The most important thing is when you create that cryptocurrency, that wallet, it's your seed phrase. It's your 24-word seed phrase. That's the most important thing. So that's the only thing you got to save. You know, go hire a safe box or whatever and put it there. That's the one you need to keep. The others, the wallet, none of that matters. Right? Your address, wallet address, nothing. The seed phrase is what matters. You can forget everything else. Just remember the seed phrase. Right? That's one. Now, the other common problem a lot of people have, right? So these are coins if you're going to hold. You keep it in that, in whatever that seed phrase is, you keep it in that wallet. That's safe forever. That's never going to go away. No one can hack that. Right? No one can hack that unless you give your seed phrase to someone, right? Unless someone finds it, nicks it, does it. There's no way that anyone can hack that. That's impossible to hack. Remember, that's 100% hack proof. Right? How do you get hacked? Sometimes you might be tempted to go and trade something or buy something or go in exchange for something because it's exciting. This is the market, right? We do so many crazy things. Maybe it's an NFT, maybe it's a meme coin, whatever, right? We wouldn't go there. During that time, when you take that wallet and you're interacting, you're exposing that wallet. So the best advice for that, don't do it from that wallet. The purpose is only to buy meme coins. It's only to buy NFTs. Only go and trade or do whatever shit, right? Don't mix them both. Right? Don't mix them both. I'm not talking about privacy, anonymity here, none of that. Just safety. Whatever wallet you're going to trade with, exchange, whatever, only put limited funds there. Don't put everything in there. You know? Don't put everything in there. So that's the way you're going to keep it safe. Now, of course, if it goes to a centralized exchange, if the exchange gets hacked, that's a different story, which is quite rare these days, right? Back in the days it used to happen, but these days it's quite rare. But a lot of the wallets get hacked because they're exposed on the blockchain when you're interacting with those dApps. So a lot of these dApps, very enticing, very good, but they will put you in there. You're going in there and you're signing, you know, remember when you sign certain things, when you're signing those contracts, you're giving them access, right? Limited or not, you're giving them access. They've already seen what's going on. Be careful of that. So only put limited amount of fund. For example, when I go Solana meme coin trading and this and that, right? I have 2 different wallets, right? One for my bot, because I don't give my bot the full access to my wallet either. So my bot has a limited amount of fund that it can trade with. And then my other wallet where I buy normal contracts, right? Where I'm going to buy something from a contract address, that also has a limited fund. And I never keep more than a few sold. Why? Because I just want to have fun, right? I don't want to expose all of my assets. So I always make sure that my main wallet is always disconnected. I don't need anybody. Yes, funds go out of it to the other wallet, but that doesn't mean I'm going to get hacked in my main wallet. The wallet that touches the dApp is the one that gets hacked. So I hope you understand that. Omid says, talking if that, which cold storage you recommend? I want to use it constantly through the phone. Very smart. Yeah, you don't need anything. You listen, as I said to you, you don't even need a wallet. When we talk about wallet, it doesn't matter. Some of the best wallets are the most, so you know, do a Google search, you'll find it. Like for example, for Bitcoin, download the Bitcoin wallet from Bitcoin Node, right? Get the main wallet. That's probably the safest because it's coming from the Bitcoin's blockchain, right? It's the safest. So ultimately, it doesn't matter. Anything could be generated. But remember this, right? It's your seed phrase that's more important. It's not the wallet. It's not the app, right? And apps, be a little bit more careful. right? And as I said, even apps, they will have safety, they won't do anything to you. It's the dApps, it's the wallet interaction that causes. So when you're there and you're signing a message, that's when you screwed yourself. So be careful. All right. So Omi says, yeah, I will use your advice. Very smart. I appreciate that, my brother. But I'm just experience. It's just experience. Because I've had a situation where my personal wallet. So I had my personal wallet, and so I use my personal wallet, and I use the seed phrase. So check this out. My personal wallet, my funds are safe. So I know I'm safe. It's okay. However, there was another wallet, brand new wallet from a particular exchange, right, which is a smart wallet, right? OKX, they have a smart wallet. So I went to use the smart wallet and I thought, okay, maybe I can access it because I sometimes have backups. So I said, maybe I can access my funds through this particular smart wallet. And I put my seed phrase in, everything's fine, my balance is there. Now I know I have multiple locations to access this. What happened? My wallet got drained. What a coincidence, right? I knew exactly what happened. I was like, okay. So I've interacted. I've obviously signed a message, and I did sign a message. I signed a message. I interacted. I gave them permission, and they just wiped me out. And then when I went to customer service, they're like, oh no, it's decentralized. We don't know about it. I'm like, yeah, right. I know exactly what happened. So it is whatever. Yeah, so yeah, it happens, you know. But as I said, I've learned from my mistakes, you know, and from my experiences. Like for example, my ledger, the first ledger wallet I owned. So my first wallet was a Trezor, actually. It was a Trezor. Trezor I still have somewhere. I don't even know where it is. But when I bought my first ledger wallet, I bought it on Amazon, right? I went on Amazon. It was on some discount. I bought it on Amazon, and someone said to me, "Oh, you shouldn't buy from Amazon. You should buy directly from Ledger because somebody could have done something to the Ledger in the Amazon, right? And then they could have repackaged it and sold it back to you." I was like, "Oh shit." You know, I'm thinking, I'm like, oh, damn, I didn't realize that, right? That's how serious. They're like, yeah, bro, there are people who would do this. They would take the seal off, do whatever, and then modify it and then send it back to you. I was like, oh, okay. I'm not going down that route, right? So I abandoned that, right? Then I went and bought one directly off Ledger. When I went and bought one directly off Ledger, Ledger wanted my email and this, that, fine, no problem. Ledger got hacked, right? And my email got exposed. So I know my email got exposed. I actually still receive phishing messages and whatnot on that particular email. Got hacked. I was like, okay, fine. So then I went and bought another one, a third one, right? Through another mean from Ledger again. But this time what I did was I said, okay, I'm going to use, because my second wallet was where my funds were. So I was like, okay, I'm going to chuck that device away, right? Doesn't matter. I don't care about the email. I chuck all of them away, but I need to load my funds back. So then I just put the seed phrase, loaded my funds back in, and then I decided to chuck that ledger. So that ledger currently sitting around somewhere at home. I don't even care. Probably gone in the bin. I don't really care because I've got the seed phrase and I backed up my seed phrase and I put it in multiple locations. So, and also if you've got large quantities, one other advice, don't keep your seed phrase at home. Please don't keep your seed phrase at home. Put it somewhere else. Put it somewhere else, right? Somewhere safe. Don't put it with your family members. Somewhere safe. Someone you can trust, right? New game. I thought it's supposed to be easier with exchanges, but I find it challenging when trying to buy a crypto because of the addresses. Then you have to worry if the correct address. No, the addresses you got to understand is it's just multiple chains. That's not a bad thing, right? Just be careful when you do the addresses. If you're using a different blockchain, make sure you're sending it to the right blockchain. For example, sometimes you might see, for example, if it's Bitcoin, you might see Segwit, Taproot, this, that, whatever. If you look at the beginning of the address, and sometimes they'll be like B1 or BC1 or something, and what you'll notice is Taproot, Segwit, they all have the same address. That means you can send it via any network. It's not a problem. However, on some Lightning network, it will be a completely different address because it's not using Bitcoin's original network. You see what I mean? So there's a reason behind it. It's better to be safe than sorry. So just follow that. I recommend just follow that. And yes, technically exchanges are making it easy, you know, but it's just when you're sending funds, right? You got to be very careful because you don't want to miss the network, you know. So that's, yeah. But you won't have the same problem on a cold storage, by the way. You won't have the same problem on a cold storage. If you have one Bitcoin wallet, it doesn't matter what network, it's still going to come there. So it's a different story. But exchanges, yeah, they have to be very careful as well, you know. So just be careful. There's no harm, guys. There's no harm. Just be careful, You know, I mean, it's like when you go and buy a property or a business or something, right? Or a car, you check it out, right? You check it out before you buy it, don't you? You know, you, whatever the case is, you check it out. You go to a vegetable market, you're going to check for the best fruits, right? Before you buy it. You don't just randomly pick up anything. So similar way, spend that 2 seconds, 10 seconds, right? To check what network you're sending it on. So that way it's doing the right thing and you're getting the best deal, right? It's important. Because there are some times when I would want to send funds like, so for example, USDT, I want to send it and I'm going to look for the cheapest network to send it through. Right? I don't want to spend extra amount of fees. Sometimes they, for a couple of $100, they want to charge me $10, $15, right? I don't want to pay that. So I'll look for a blockchain that charges $1 or maybe a few cents. So I'm like, a few cents, yeah, I'll send it through there. It's okay. And then obviously priority as well, which blockchain sends it faster. Right, there are multiple things, right? But just be careful. That's the most important thing. New Game says, yeah, that's the alert I got the other day. Said your funds can be held until authorized. Okay, that's a different one. So those what you're seeing there. So those are exchanges with some level of KYC issues. Normally, what you'll find is if you've got like, depending on what exchange. I mean, there are a few exchanges I could recommend, but I won't. Right. In fact, what I'll do is I'll go and check them up again because there are some exchanges, for example, in the UK where we can't send fiat. So we used to be able to send, like Binance. I'll give you a good example. Binance. I used to be able to buy and sell with fiat, right? Send as much as you want, withdraw as much as you want. Now I can only withdraw GBP, but I don't have any pairs with GBP. So hold on, how am I going to sell it with GBP? So I do like crypto to crypto. Crypto to crypto, there's unlimited, so I don't have any issues at all. But sometimes what happens is if you haven't done, and this is my KYC way, so I've got my KYC done, hence why I can do this, right? Buy, sell, whatever. They don't ask any question, you know. There are other exchanges where I can do the same as well, buy, sell, do whatever. However, Coinbase recently didn't like how much I was buying and selling. So they turned around and they said, we don't want you on our platform anymore. We're going to close your account. So they basically blocked all the trading. They said, we're not going to allow you to trade anymore. If you have any funds, you can withdraw it. You're allowed to withdraw, but you can't buy or trade or do anything. So Coinbase now, I can't buy or anything because they didn't like what I'm doing, even though I have all my KYC. So that's just exchange specific. My advice is if an exchange is telling you to authorize and this and that, get rid of that exchange. It's not worth it. Don't stick around with these exchanges because one day you're gonna have a large fund and they're gonna block you, right? You don't want that. Do you know what I mean? KR, my brother is back. Where you been? Alpha. Yes, my brother. Alpha, Beta, Delta, Charlie, whatever, bro. Gamma. You know, it's almost been 2 hours now. Almost been 2 hours here now. Yeah, 1 hour 51 minutes, guys. 1 hour 51 minutes, smashing it. If you're here for the first time, smash that like button, hit that subscribe if you want to. I'm not going to ask anyone to subscribe. It's entirely up to you. If you like this kind of content, complete raw and real, then yeah, subscribe, right? Let's grow this community. If not, then that's fine. At least do me a favor, smash that like button so the algorithm can get out and other people can actually find it. Do you know what I mean? If you don't want to come back, no worries. Let other people come and find it. So at least they can come and hopefully find some benefit. Because here, I'm just giving you raw material here. End of the day, there's nothing else. You know what I mean? It is what it is. Whatever questions you're asking me is what I'm answering. So that's what you're getting. That's what you're getting. So any other question, guys? If there is questions, please let me know. Right, let's see what's going on. New Game says, that's what I mean. The exchanges are not like buying a stock. Buying a stock is much simpler. It is, but when you go to buy in stock, they already done your KYC, AML, and everything, right? So that's what it is. A lot of the exchanges currently are facing serious regulatory issues, and I'm one of them who has clearly said right from the beginning. I said everybody wanted regulation. Well, look, regulation's here now, and guess what? Regulation's doing? Regulation's impacting people. It's not. It's impacting us. Right? A lot of the normal people, it's impacting us, and that's what regulation does. Regulation is not for you and me. right? Regulation is there to prevent us from doing things, right? It's like a gatekeeper. Like when this, they want to control us. That's what regulation wants to do. Do you know what I mean? And because they can't control us directly, they're controlling the exchanges and they're impacting exchanges. Because that's why a lot of exchanges left UK. For example, in the UK, a lot of exchanges left. Why? They said we don't want to trade with UK. They block us, geo block us completely. You can't even visit the website, right? Because all these bureaucracy, right? All these laws and rules they make it difficult. So that's what it is. But when you're going into a like a stock or bond, like any of those things, forex, whatever, they don't block anyone. Why? Because that's a whole different ball game. They're okay with that. You know what I mean? But with crypto, they don't want to see you, because with that one they can control everything. With this, because they can't control us, they're doing it differently. That's what it is. But it's the same. In my opinion, it's the same. If we can have exchanges for stocks and shares and whatnot, I don't see a reason why we can't have crypto exchanges. Because most people, look, 99.9% of the people, right, as far as I know, right, including myself, fully KYC, fully AML, no problem. You want to know, I've even had to do, there were some situations where some exchanges, including Binance, proof of income. Where do I get my proof of wealth, right? But Coinbase did that with me at one stage. Proof of wealth. Where did you get your wealth from? I proved it to them. They're like, okay, fine, no worries. Yeah, you can go and do whatever. So you prove that, right? Where you getting your money from? I've had banks block my money. So banks go, oh, okay, where did you get all that money from? I had to prove to them my proof of wealth, right? Fine, I've done all of those things. So I'm not holding back. I'm not cheating anybody. I'm not lying to anybody. I'm doing my thing. You understand? I'm fully KYC, fully AML, fully everything, whatever it is. I've done all of those things. But even then, I have issues. So I'm like, you know what? If you're gonna cause, like, one of my banks caused me issue, said get lost. I don't want to know about you. Another bank caused me an issue. I said, you get lost as well. I don't need you. You're gonna be a problem. I don't need you, because I know one of these days I'm gonna be in a desperate situation where I need something done ASAP. You're gonna be a problem. I don't need you in my life. Get lost. Right? So there are some exchanges got rid of. There are some banks got rid of. We don't need them. So my recommendation is, if there is an exchange doing this, find another one. Find another one. Find another one. I can't tell you off the top of my head. There's another exchange I use. But yeah, various reasons I'm not going to share anything right now. Next time, if you're here next time, I will have a list for you. In fact, I'll put it in the description for you. How about this? I'll put it in the description for you. Omi says, I'm calling, I know you, Omi, you know why I'm calling you Omi, yeah? Says, what do you think for Bitcoin in the bull run? I still have some, and I wonder if to sell and go to alts, or keep till the next bull run. Look, if you're gonna ask me that question, if you're prepared to keep to the next bull run, bro, keep to the next bull run. However, if you want to maximize and earn, then yeah, wait for BTC to pump to whatever, right? Go wherever it wants to go, and when it stays there, then when you see the altcoins start moving, pump it into alt, make more that way, and then reverse back to BTC. Right, so you have to rotate in, right? So for example, you have one Bitcoin right now, Bitcoin goes to 100k, and then it doesn't do anything, and now all of a sudden other alts start to pump and they're doing 100, 200%. You put all of that into whatever's doing 100, 200%, let it do that, and then you sell that back into BTC, and then you have two BTC instead of one BTC. So that's a rotation we do. Like, a lot of the time we do this as well. I do it personally as well. We rotate the profit back into BTC, because we want to accumulate more BTC, right? However, same like what you said, hold until next season. Yeah, that's, if you got BTC, you hold it. BTC is not one of those things that you like. Of course, if you topped out, sell it, right, and buy it again with the same intention to accumulate more. So it's always about accumulating more. Ultimately, yes, every bull run we want to hold. You know what I mean? Go for as far as we can go. That is the intention, but accumulation is another strategy. So any profit taking in BTC or going into all, it's all about basically making more profit, making more BTC. It's not profit. It's not nothing to do with money. Fiat and BTC don't come together. I know it's weird, right? With BTC, accumulate as more and more BTC. You can't have enough BTC. That's what I'm going to say. You can't have enough BTC. So if you've got some, hold on to it. If you can accumulate more, accumulate more. Right? That's well worth it. Believe me, it's well worth it. Omi says, Omi sounds nice. Thank you. Okay, awesome. Thank you very much. Thank you. Appreciate that. I can't pronounce it fully, so I might as well say Omi. You know what I mean? New Game says, but I found that the exchanges that carry a token I want, they require KYC, but the exchange that doesn't require KYC doesn't carry that crypto. I'm in the US. So you're in the USA, you're having that kind of an issue. A lot of the time, my advice is, so for example, there are some coins that I've seen on the exchanges. Now, here's a good fun fact, right? So KR, right? KR mentioned a particular coin last night while I was in bed, right? So I'm sleeping. This guy's mentioning some coin. Anyway, so he mentioned this coin. I forgot what it was called. It was started with N. So he mentioned this particular coin. Now, when I went to look for the coin, because he didn't share their contract address, so I was like, address, he didn't give it to me because he was probably sleeping as well. Anyway, I found the coin that he mentioned, found the coin. I went to CoinMarketCap, looked at the coin, and I saw there was 4 exchanges currently operating. Fine. Out of those 4, I have one exchange. One of the exchange I have, right? But the other 3 I don't, because they don't allow me to operate, like they don't allow me to pay with fiat in UK. The other one allows me to pay with fiat, but I don't want to because I've already got enough coins over there. I'm not bothered. However, it's a Solana coin. So what do? I immediately go to my Solana wallet and I go directly to the decentralized exchange and I buy the exact same coin. So a lot of the time, what you have to do is grab that contract address. If it's on Ethereum, if it's on Sui, if it's on Solana, if it's on Matic, if it's on BNB, it doesn't matter where it is. It's a coin, right? It's on another blockchain, right? Go to that DEX on that blockchain and just buy it directly on the DEX. Don't worry about KYC. Don't worry about none of that business. You don't need none of that, right? That's the whole point of decentralized exchanges, right? So just go there and do it. So that's what I did. I couldn't be fussed to send money to, it was KuCoin. I couldn't be fussed to send money to the KuCoin. Forget it. I'm not going to do none of that drama. It's on Solana. I'm going to go directly and buy it with Solana. That's what I exactly did. Do you know what I mean? So sometimes you got to look that way as well. It's like, if it's on the blockchain, figure out what blockchain it is, or look at the coin market cap. You'll see the coin and just go and buy it directly on the decentralized exchange, right? It's quite simple actually. You just swap it. That's it. For whatever crypto you're doing, you just swap it. That's easier way to do it. So I hope that kind of helps. Omi says, I can't rotate due to how taxes work in my country. Max 3 transfers per month. Taxes are crazy everywhere, right? Obviously, I'm not saying anything. There's no. I'm not saying this for any legal reasons, right? Oh, it's crazy. It depends on what exchange you're on. Let's just put it this way: if you're holding on an exchange and you rotate, sell, buy, spend, whatever, obviously it's a taxable event, right? Because the exchange will report it. You know, as you said, you can only do it 3 times, right? Fine. But if you're in a decentralized exchange or DEX or in a private wallet, cold storage, right? Who knows? Unless you declare it, no one really knows. You know what I mean? That's the whole beauty about crypto. The government's trying to take control, but the government also knows, around the globe, everyone knows this. Most people are still decentralized. Most people, you don't even know how much crypto they own. You will never find out how much crypto they own, right? Because they've never come back to a centralized exchange. They've They've rotated, constantly rotated, made more. DEX to DEX, non-stop, right? So unless they want to go through every single blockchain, there's no way they're going to find out what's happening. And even then, they're going to need an entire team and millions of dollars spent under one person just to figure out how many coins they rotated into, how much they need to tax them, right? It's only the centralized stuff that they can see. So think about that. That's all I want to say, my brother. That's all I want to say, right? Akeem Idris says, nice to see you here. It says, WeX exchange does not require verification before you can make use of it. Good. Yeah, there you go. There's another exchange. So yeah. But I always say, do you know what? Try to do as many decentralized exchanges as possible. All right. DEX is the best, right? Obviously, the only thing you want to make sure when you go into a DEX, get the correct contract address. That's it. As long as you have that contract address, it's fine. You know what I mean? It's fine. Oh my days. Omi, you at Revolut, bro. That's one of the banks that I gave up. That's one of the banks I gave up. When Revolut first came out, they were selling Bitcoin. I tested it. I said, right, let me buy some Bitcoin. So I bought some Bitcoin with Revolut, right? On my Revolut account, right? And everything's all great, all jolly, moving up and down, whatever. So then I said I wanted to transfer that Bitcoin out to my own wallet. And they said, no, you can't. I was like, hold on, why can't I? because they didn't have it. I was like, hold on, so you're selling me Bitcoin, I'm seeing all these prices, but I can't move my Bitcoin. Yeah, we can sell it, you can sell it and move the cash. I was like, no, that's not how Bitcoin works. So I realized that these guys, they're basically just showing numbers. Of course, now they allow you to move it, but at that time they didn't. I was like, do you know what, get lost, I don't need you, right? But now apparently they do allow you to move it. And so yeah, even Robinhood, one of the big exchanges, they didn't allow it at some stage, but now they do. So that's a different story. But yeah. Faisal says, are decentralized exchanges still good for off-ramping? If you're off-ramping to fiat, no, the DEX does not do fiat off-ramping. So yeah, that's not, if you're going to go into a stable coin, yeah, absolutely fine. Decentralized exchange is best, right? So for any if you need to do a conversion, and you don't want to go through the BS, that the KYC, this, that, whatever, limit, whatever, all of that crap, right, through exchanges. And it's not their fault, by the way. I don't blame the exchanges. So please understand me. I don't blame any of the exchanges. I think all of these exchanges have good intent. They've spent money and resource to come there. Of course, they're going to earn some money and fees, right? That's a different story, right? That's the purpose. But they have good intention to open these services. However, the regulations and the law around the world are causing these issues, right? Where these guys have no choice but to abide by them if they're going to stay in operation. Right, that's where decentralized exchanges come in, and that's where decentralized exchanges allow us to do whatever we want, infinite amount. Right, when we talk about DeFi, why are people doing millions of dollars on DeFi every other day? Why? Because they're decentralized finance. That's where the money is. You can do the same amount in a centralized exchange, but then there's so much drama. In fact, some exchanges won't even allow you to do DeFi or like earn and stake in your country, because your country doesn't allow it. It's not their fault. They allow everyone else to do it, but your country doesn't allow it. You know what I mean? It is what it is. New Game says, my head is frying. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Why is your head frying? Why is it frying? Why is it frying? Oh my, why is your head frying? I'm really curious now. Did I say something? Oh man. I'm waiting for an answer. Why is your head frying? I'm really curious right now. The way of having to go about buying a token sounds complex. It is complex, but you know what? If you don't try it, you won't know. Most people, after they've done it once or twice, it's very easy. Because a lot of the wallets nowadays, right? So this is what you got to understand. Like, mobile wallets, mobile phone, like, crypto wallets. A lot of the wallets have a swap function inside them. It's a basic swap. So they're actually very easy now. Compared to back in the days, very easy now. The only thing you need to make sure is, remember, you have the right contract. Just like when you said, like, sending it through a particular chain and whatever, you got to select the chain. Similar way, but in here, it's going to be less, because all you need is that one contract. So you know what contract it is. And then you just go and buy straight. That's it. Simple. So that's the only thing, So it's actually a lot more simple and a lot more easy. You're not distracted. You just buy whatever specific coin you're looking at. You just buy that. And that's a lot of the time, that's exactly what I do. Sorry, I'm just loading my vape up. Yeah, a lot of the time, that's what you do. You just go and whatever coin you're selecting, pick the contract, go to the network, go to a DEX, go to your wallet. You don't even have to go to a DEX anymore. You go to your wallet and just buy it on the spot. And for me, a lot of the time, like, if I have the contract, I don't even bother with my wallet. I just put it on a bot and I let the bot buy it for me. Do you know what I mean? So it is what it is. Omid says, what is the DI5? What is the DI5? So basically, you do everything and transfer on DI5. Oh no, I said DeFi. Decentralized finance, DE, right? Delta Echo, Foxtrot, India, DeFi, right? Not five. Four letters. DeFi, decentralized finance. That's what it is. DeFi. We just call it, it's an acronym, we just call it DeFi. It's just so much more easier. But DeFi is like where you go and stake, lend, borrow, earn, and XYZ. And a lot of people make a lot of money through that. So yeah, that's what it is. Yeah, that's what it is. So it's not DS5, man. So what did you say after that? You said on DeFi, only when pull the money to your bank, this is what you tax. Exactly. So so if you bring it back, that's when they can see, right? A lot of people, and this is not a joke, this is, you can go and research this, right? It's the truth. A lot of early adopters of Bitcoin, they have thousands and thousands and thousands. In fact, there are people who have close to 1 million coins. There are people even now who have close to 1 million coins. So there are people who have thousands of, you can see it on the blockchain, they have thousands and thousands of coins. But what you'll find is they've never ever sold them, right? And even if they do, they only sell a very small amount. And I know exactly why they sell a very small amount. So that when they cash out, they don't cash out all of it. They just transfer a very small amount, just enough to pay bills and whatnot, right? So it's not a big taxable event. You know what I mean? So they keep it that way. That's how everyone's doing it. So the truth is, the governments, the banks around the world, nobody knows exactly how much they have. Only we can see on the blockchain. So we know on the blockchain, this guy has 10,000 Bitcoin. This guy has 50,000 Bitcoin, because we can see that on the blockchain, right? So we know someone has XYZ amount of Bitcoin, but you'll only see a very small amount moving, and you know exactly why. And I'm like, that's clever, because the world, the outside world, doesn't have to know how much you have, and nobody knows who that person is anyway. So it's even better, right? Because they always follow that method of like, main account does not touch any other exchanges or any dApps or whatever. The main account sends to a different wallet, and then the different wallet cashes out. So respect to that. That's what I'm going to say. Respect to that. That's how it should be. New Game says, wallet this, address that, token for token is easier, just pay cash for cash. Cash is going to shit, so you know that. you know cash is the old cash, right? If they still kept that old paper cash, people would literally start using it as toilet paper. That's why in some countries they started making plastic cash, you know, with all the plastic bottles, because they're trying to recycle the plastic bottles. They're trying to take it out of the oceans, and they make money out of it now. So all the recycled bottles, they're being made into money now in some countries. That's what it is. Like, I'm not joking. Like, our money, where is it? Do I have some? Yeah. So our money, this is plastic. This is plastic money. They make money out of plastic. You know, of course it still has value. It still has value, but you just can't use it as a good toilet paper anymore. You know. So Omi says, got it. Yes, DeFi, yes. Oh my. But DEX, like when we say DEX, decentralized exchange, so DEX, decentralized exchange, you know. But listen, each to their own. Most importantly, exchanges, even exchanges, remember, we can't trust anybody with crypto, especially with crypto exchanges. Don't trust anybody. So don't put everything there. That's all I'm going to say. If you are holding for a long term, most advice, right, I can give to you is always keep it in your own personal wallet, you know. And if you're going to go and degenerate, right, if you're going to go and degen into stuff and this and that, and be careful. Only invest money you can afford to lose, and do small amounts, right? Because they can give you big returns, by the way. They can give you big returns, especially in this season, big returns. You know, if you buy it at the right time, yeah, you get a lot. Faisal says NYDFS approved FRLUSD and has been. They've approved that weeks ago, man. I told you. Remember when you said about that documentary? What did I say to you? That, and you said to me as well that they already made the documentary a week before. I said, if that's the case, then they're going to announce something later. Turned out that New York DFS or whatever, right, Department for Finance or whatever they call it, right, the New York, they actually already approved it, you know, after. So this is news I haven't told you. So, you know, after they won the case, so it turns out they already approved it, but before that, the application for the approval wasn't there. So this, you know, during the time of the case, while they were fighting with SEC, they already made the application, but they couldn't approve it and they couldn't move forward because of that case. Because if the case went south, then obviously they're not going to approve it. But because the case went north, they approved it. So look how long ago they did that. And they were holding that back. So all the institutions, everybody are already on board, right? and then they announce it later. Do you know what I mean? So this happened already. I'm just waiting for the papers to come out so we can see when they stamped it, because you can see when they stamped it, when they approved it. They already approved it. Do you know what I mean? XRP is gonna move anyway. I don't see XRP and the RLUSD to be one to help the other. I don't see that. But yeah, the news is gonna pump anyway. People are gonna hype it anyway, right? So if they hype it, they hype it. Who cares, right? But they're not connected. Do you know what I mean? What's the USD got to do with XRP? Absolutely nothing. Apart from sharing the same company, nothing. So New Game says they released the news yesterday. Yeah, and we've been talking about it for a couple of weeks ago. Oh man, Roach, you back? No, I'm still here, bro. I'm still here. The Faisal's just joined as well now. KR just came back all of a sudden as well. I'm talking to New Game and Omir. I can't pronounce his name, so I'll call him Omir. So I'm talking to these guys. Yeah, I'm still here. If you guys are talking, I'm talking, man. You know what I mean? 2 hours now. 2 hours and 15 minutes. 2 hours and 15 minutes, Roach. Yes, New Game. We already spoke about it. I think last week I talked about how there's a documentary coming out and that some news going to come out. And I also mentioned that that documentary was recorded and all that news was already pre-recorded a week prior to that, right? And then when I'd done some digging, I realized that this whole situation happened way before. So the application for their approval was already on file, like they were waiting for the approval during the time of that case. And when the case was won, they already had the green light. So then they started doing the final stuff and they already built. So they already had the green light. That's where all of that comes, because it's not easy. You don't just build and go and say, oh, can you regulate that? Can you give me a stamp of approval, right? And we're ready to roll out tomorrow. It doesn't work. It takes months and months and months, right? When you work, believe me, Financial Conduct Authority, New York Department of Finance or whatever, doesn't matter who they are, any regulators take their time, at least 6 months. So that's all I'm going to say to you, right? So this is old news. This is old news. Faisam says, what's the longest stream I've ever had? I think 4 hours, my brother. 4 hours, I believe, it was the longest stream. Listen, I'm here as long as you guys are here, right? As long as there's enough people viewing, I'm here. You guys drop off, I'm going, bro. I'm gone. I'm gonna vanish just like that. Jared X, XRP, yes, my brother. XRP to the moon, to the moon, to the moon, the moon and back, moon and beyond. That's where we're going with XRP. But yeah, guys, be ready, be ready. I'm ready. Finally, Jared says, finally. Jared, how long you been holding, my brother? How long you been holding? Because you see that guy on top of you, Faisal, right? That guy Faisal, right? He's been holding since 2019. And we've got another member on our Discord group who's been holding since 2018. And that guy is different. That guy says, I ain't going to sell until it's $10. 2 years. 2 years, brother. Believe me, that guy Faisal has been holding since 2019. 2019. So imagine. And as I said, another guy holding since 2018, and he's not going to sell until it's $10. Yeah, we're all hoping for $10, man. We're all hoping for $10. New Game says sometimes the news before the news in stocks, the price of the asset is already priced in. It's like buy the rumor, sell the news. Is XRP priced in same way? Yeah, pretty much. After the pump, after we had the big pump, right? Billions of dollars were sold, but there was one particular instance where $4 billion was sold out. $4 billion. But good thing is, right now, with the market, the way we are, the structure in the entire market, $4 billion, one coin selling it doesn't impact anything. That's the beautiful thing. I mentioned that earlier on in the stream as well. If we had a lower cap, if we were like $1 trillion, right? Believe me, and we had a few coins, right? You know, say maybe 2,000-3,000 coins, one of them selling off would impact all of them. But now with the amount of coins we have, and $4 billion is nothing. It was nothing. It's just breeze. It's just a stinky fart. Let's just say, right? We're back on, right? So, yeah. Jared, RLUSD coming. Yes, my brother, but I've talked about that. I know you probably just joined us now. I talked about that just moments ago, actually. I talked about that. So RLUSD, yeah, it's going to hype the market for sure. but I don't see any benefit of it right now other than the fact that it's already been there. I've already mentioned that they were already planning for this from a long time ago. Yes, you missed it. So only a few minutes ago we spoke about it. And I actually talked about the New York Department for Finance or whatever who approved it, right? So the regulator, right? How the regulation process doesn't happen in a week. How it doesn't happen within a couple of days, right? This regulation process takes at least 6 months. So what I found out was that they RUSD or Ripple already had an application with New York Department for Finance during the time when they had the case, but they didn't approve it. They didn't give them a green light because the case could go either way, right? So they waited until the case went in favor of Ripple. When the case won, they said, yeah, go ahead. So they got some approval, and all of those things got done. So it doesn't get done in a single day. So when a lot of people come and talk about it, we've already talked about it. In fact, on our live streams last couple of days, or last week actually, we talked about how they're going to announce it, how they've already pre-recorded some information, right? Faisal gave me that information. So how it was already pre-recorded a week prior to that, which I think could have been longer than that. Anyway, but now I have more information that they've been sitting with that application with a green light since they won the case. Think about that. So it's been there in the pipeline, but we didn't know. The public didn't know because the institutions and the big boys, they got to get their bags first, man. They got to get the bags. You know, our shrimps are going to get it at the end. They got to get the bags. That's what they do. My price prediction is $10, bro. My price prediction's always been $10, right? For this season. So for this season, even when we're like 26, 27 cents, 30 cents, whatever, I think the last time I gave the call was around 40 cents or something. I said, look, I believe it's going to go to $10, which is possible, and there's a reason behind that. So I said, look, if we get back to the $3.30, which is the previous all-time high, then there's nothing stopping us from going like 2x above that, which is $9.90, right? So if we can get to $9.90, that's $10 for me. When we get there, then yeah, we're going to look at new numbers. But until we get there, that's a reasonable number for me. And I've also mentioned if we get to $10, that would mean that XRP would be $1 trillion total market cap fully diluted. That's a $1 trillion fully diluted. If you multiply the 100 billion tokens they have, right, into $10, then that's basically gives us a $1 trillion market cap fully diluted. So I hope you understand. That's how I'm looking at it anyway. So Jared says it's going way past 10. Okay, yep. Faisal believes it's going to, like as he said, 21 to 55. So yeah, bro, why not? Why not? I don't see a problem. I mean, if it goes to $21, that's $2 trillion. If it goes to 55, that's $5 trillion. Why not? Why not? We're going to the moon, bro. We're going to the moon. Jared says, can you give a brief summary of what XRP is and does? XRP does nothing. XRP currently does nothing. Let's give you a brief summary, okay? So Ripple is the company that created XRP. So that's the main foundation company that created XRP. Ripple also has a token called Ripple. So there's Ripple and then there's Ripple XRP, which gets really confusing, right? So Ripple has originally, when they started, they had a lot of VC funding and a lot of banking funding as well. And through all of those things, they had many partnerships. So at that time, when they launched in the early stages, all the way to 2017, they had pretty much around 200 banks in the USA already partnered with them. And currently they have 55 countries partnered with them, right? So that's Ripple, not XRP. XRP just benefits because XRP has the crowd behind it, right? XRP doesn't do anything, right? Let's put it this way. It's a payment system between ourselves, nothing else, right? Anyway, follows the hype. But where the whole case, the entire court case about SEC was because of that one reason. It's like Ripple, yeah, you're the company, you're building all of those things, you're dealing with all of those, but you sold 700 and something million dollars worth. So what they didn't disclose, what a lot of people didn't realize, they sold to us. And because of that, it's a security, right? So they said, look, you sold to the public. Obviously they lost anyway. That's a SEC loss. That's a different story, but that's what they picked on. You understand? And they're like, you sold to the public. And of course, they took that money and they raised it and they're doing better things with it. So think about it this way. This is what XRP is. However, XRP, I believe, could be updated. And I believe very strongly could be updated because XRP has invested money into other projects who would allow XRP to be combined into a smart contract. And I think if the smart contract functionality comes to XRP, there's opportunities where many things can be built on it. But at this present moment, from the knowledge that I have, directly on XRP, there's not much you can do. It wasn't designed to do that. It's a payment system. It's a payment, like an actual payment. It's like a freaking fiat currency. So with the difference that price goes up. So that's what it is. So I hope that kind of makes sense in a short form, right? I don't want to give you a long one. So yeah, that's what it is. So, but there is a future, and I believe that future is quite strong, and there could be some benefits to it. Now, RLUSD changes the dynamics a little bit. That says to me, well, hold on, if that's the case, then do we really need XRP anymore? You know what I mean? Kind of change the dynamics anymore. But I believe if they can bring smart contract, which they are, because they've invested into Flare Network, right? So XRP is behind Flare Network, and the Songbird is the, as I said earlier on as well, another stream I said, Songbird is the canary network for Flare. They have their own coin, whatever. That's a whole different story. But Flare Network allows any blockchain, so this is a brilliant project, it allows any blockchain to have, or you can use a smart contract with that blockchain via them, right? So you can use their network as a intermediary to do other stuff. That, and XRP is one of the biggest things on that. And I won't be surprised if Real USD was built using Flare Network. I won't be surprised. We're gonna find out soon. We're gonna find out soon. Let's see. Oh man. So I hope that kind of makes sense. Let's go and see what the chat is. Oh my days. Where are we? Right. I promise market cap will be irrelevant. End of the day, we're all making bread. That's it. Exactly. That's what I say. Listen, we're here for the money. That's it. That doesn't matter. We don't care about anything else. Oh yes, true. Eddie's here. What's up, my brother? How you doing? What's up? I've recovered sorta. What do you mean you've recovered sorta? What do you mean? Jarrett says no. No, you didn't get it. There is no Ripple coin. You didn't get it. Okay, you probably confused. There is Ripple, and there is XRP, right? Ripple is not used by us, right? And when I'm talking about Ripple, it's basically like your bank balance, right? Ripple is like your bank balance, right? So when institutions go and trade amongst themselves, they don't use XRP for that. They use Ripple. Ripple is like the network or whatever's on there. That's what Ripple is. Understand this, right? Sending digits from one to another. That's what it is. And it does solve a problem. XRP, not quite yet. Not quite yet. Let's just put it this way. I know a lot of people are going to argue with me, but carry on if you want to. That's not a problem. Hello says Ripple has already hinted they will topple BTC. Yeah, they've done that in 2018. And I'll tell you, in 2018, it was a fluke, right? When BTC started bleeding, when we had after BTC crashed in 2017, right? The altcoin season started in 2018. So during that time, they did topple it. So it's not the first time. Yeah, they could. And this is what I'm saying. Nothing is stopping. This is what we need to stop this thing about, oh, BTC is going to be number one or Ethereum. Doesn't matter. We're in it for the money. That's all we care, right? So we're not picking any coin. That's what I'm saying. We're not picking any coin. Whatever makes the money. So we're going to diversify. If there's 10 coins, we're going to put 10% in each of them, and we're going to play all 10 of them. We don't care. Some are going to give us more. Some are going to give us less. Some are going to give us nothing. We don't care. Ultimately, we're in it for the money. That's all we care about, right? So it doesn't matter where it goes. If it topples for a day or not, if it stays there forever, it doesn't matter. So we don't want to be in that kind of thing, because that's where we're going to make mistakes. When you start thinking like that, we're going to start making mistakes. What we need to think about is we're in it for the money. We entered at, say, $10, right? And we're selling at $100. We just 10x our money. Happy days. We're going to cash out. We're going to go and enjoy life. That's the most important thing. So let's see what happens. Jared says XRP is the oil that keeps the engine running. Okay. It is what it is. Listen, I'm not dissing XRP. I'm just saying what the whole thing is. They don't use XRP in the 200 banks. They don't use XRP in the 55 countries. They don't use XRP to send GBP to USD. They don't use XRP. That's what I'm trying to say, right? When you're doing a money transfer from bank A to bank Z, they're not using XRP to do that. Yeah, that's what a lot of people, they're not using that. Internally, that's not what's being used. right? Because if that was the use, right, like how we see USDT and USDC move on chain, whale alert, right? How you can see it, we would have seen how XRP moves on a daily basis. 200 banks, 55 countries, right? God knows how many other banks. The amount of XRP would be moving up and down. The volatility would be on another level. Why haven't we got that? Why is XRP still stagnant? Your wallet balance is exactly as it is. Why? On the chain, exactly as it is. Why? So let's not go there because there's a whole different story there. You know what I mean? I'm not saying that. I don't want to ruin anybody's mood, but let's not go there, right? Because when we start pointing things out, XRP is not being moved, right? But I'm not dissing XRP, right? So let's not go there. Let's keep it bullish, right? When it gets to $10, right? Oh man. Okay, thank God they sold to us. Okay, if that's what you say. Microsoft buying XRP. Well, Microsoft, they voted for Ethereum. Whether they're buying XRP, we don't know. In my opinion, they probably already hold it. Anything that coins you see out there, Solana, this, that, whatever, doesn't matter what they announce. It's old news. Whatever you're going to hear is old news. They've already done it. If they're saying they're going to buy it, they've already bought it. That's what, you know what I mean? We're not going to get the latest news. We're going to get the late news, not the latest, the latest news. Right? So I hope that makes sense, right? So Eddie, that's what it is. All right. I hope that makes sense. Jared, I hope that makes sense what I said to you as well. Anyway, new game. So if XRP was not suppressed by the SEC, it would be a lot higher price today. No, again, you're getting the wrong idea. You're getting the wrong idea. XRP going to the SEC and getting in the headlines, all of that free marketing is why we're seeing the price today. XRP did not dump because of SEC. XRP dumped in 2017, 2018, 2017 bull market, 2018. That's when XRP went to the floor. Why are people missing that point? Why? Listen, I've been here too long, 2 hours and 30 minutes. I'm not in that mood right now, and I'm very tired. I'm not in that mood to talk about that situation because believe me, if we go into it, right, I'm going to break things down, and then you're going to be like, oh, okay, fine, it makes sense. But if you're not looking the right way, you won't see it. You know what I mean? Right? If you got to look and you got to see exactly what's happening. XRP did not recover after the 2018 crash. That was the biggest time it crashed. After that crash, right? After that, it didn't recover. Then came in SEC, it just dumped a little bit. But during that time, we were in a freaking bear market anyway. So it had nothing to do with it. You know what I mean? But it gave it the power. All of the people started seeing it and more people started talking it. So we got the spotlights, right? So SEC actually helped XRP to get it to where it is today, right? And SEC is the reason why it's going to go to $10. Not because of that. You gotta really look between the lines and understand things. You gotta see things, you know, the things in the shadows. You gotta see those. So I'm not gonna say anything else. Oh man. Jared says, bro, what we are about to witness will be impossible for people to wrap their heads around. Yeah, most people won't understand it. This is one of the reasons why I say to people, I say, guys, if you think it's going to be $10, I could turn around and say it could be $1,000. Right? If we're looking at the market cap today at $3 trillion, $3.5 trillion, there's nothing stopping us from going to $30 trillion. Right? But every action, there's a reaction with it, right? There's an equal or opposite reaction. So when we get to that, there will be other reasons why we get to that. But we can't just jump over and go there, right? And I've also mentioned BTC doesn't have to be the #1 cryptocurrency on the world. It doesn't have to have 50% dominance. In fact, I want this dominance to drop right now. I want this to go. I've been banging on about it for 2 weeks now on live streams. I've been telling everyone, I want this dominance to drop to 20, 25%, right? Probably even lower. We don't need BTC to be #1 because right now, any coin that's #1 with all that dominance is a risk to the entire market, the other market, right? Yeah, it's fine. It's holding its dominance. It's strong, right? Great, no problem. Good for you, right? Good for you. But what about the rest of us? All the other altcoins, right? You know what I mean? So I'm talking in favor of altcoins. So anyway, as I say, I've been here too long. I'm going to go any longer. Eddie says you can stake your XRP on the Flare network. It was announced a few hours ago. There you go. So I know a lot. Listen, about 2 weeks ago, I've had people on the comments on YouTube telling me they're not connected. They're two different networks. I'll rest my case. I think you just answered that. Faisal says Ripple sell software basically to institutions and banks. Not entirely. Yeah, so they're like a software as a service. Yeah, technically, yes. So they are, yes. They're software as a service, and the banks love it, right? Because, like for example, Bank A doesn't talk to Bank B. They use the same money, but Bank A doesn't talk to Bank. I'm just giving you a simple thing. Bank A doesn't talk to Bank B, but they can use XRP's software to talk amongst themselves. That means when they do a remittance, they don't have to put it in a truck and send it over 3 days and this that. They can just instantly send it using that as a medium, right? That's all it is. As simple as that. Let's just put it that way. I don't want to say John Ching says, what kind of Spanish are you speaking? Never heard this dialect. I'm sorry, my brother. I'm sorry, my brother. What kind of dialect do you want? Because end of the day, I'm speaking in English from England. So yeah, if you don't understand it, I can't help you. I'm sorry. All right. The only Spanish I ever do is right at the end of it when I say adios, my amigos. Right. So that's the only Spanish I speak. So if that's something you understand, then it's coming very soon when I end. Right. I'm going to say adios, my amigos, and I'm going to leave. Right. Jarrett, yeah, I'm not trying to come off wrong. Just trying to educate. No, that's fine. Educate me. That's fine. Right. But what I'm saying as well, I'm not trying to come off the wrong way as well. There are certain things, obviously it's a bit late right now, but there are certain things you need to understand that a lot of people don't. And I'm not saying it's bad. I'm just saying, look at the reality, guys. Look at the reality. XRP has done nothing, right? So I know I'm going to sound like a bad guy. I'm on the side of that enemy. No, I'm not. I hold XRP, right? You know, and I've been pumping XRP. So end of the day, why am I pumping XRP? Not because I just hold it. I'm still pumping XRP, even if I don't fucking hold it. Right? Right, excuse my language, but I'm still pumping XRP. But I'm also looking at what it is. I'm like, guys, please don't give me BS. Don't give me whatever shit you've heard, right? Look at what it is. It's a software as a service company. Fine. It provides services to all of these banks around the globe. Great. It's partnered with 55 countries. Even better. Right? It's launching RUSD. Okay, fine, even more. Right? But then there are other things in the market that people don't see. And I'm like, look at all of those facts. It dumped. It never recovered. We were in the bear market. We didn't come back in 2021 or 2020, right? Let's say 2020 bull market. We didn't come back. XRP didn't do anything that time because it was going through the case. A lot of people are like, maybe it's the case. No, it didn't recover. Let's just put it this way. It didn't recover, right? So there was no 2020 bull run for XRP, right? It just stayed there. And then we were in a bear market. So it stayed down as well, right? It didn't go any further, but it just stayed there. So we knew it was stable, right? It was fine. And then SEC case lost, and then it was there. But did it jump all the way to $3 after the SEC went? No. You know, the bull run, it just moved it. But then all of that, the SEC news and all of that, done a favor for it because a lot more people got interested in it. A lot more people started buying it. Even now, recently, people buying it. So that's why more and more XRP communication, like people are talking about XRP. More people are talking about it. So it's got the news, it's got the spotlight. So give it. If it's got it, we give it that spotlight. Do you know what I mean? We're not going to go against it. OMG. A new game says that is what narrative people have and are saying. Jared says all love. I don't know what's going on, bro. We're speaking facts on Bitcoin. I agree. It is a huge risk to our system. 100%. I am I'm one of the biggest fans of BTC, but I understand the market for what it is. I respect the market for what it is, right? If I think BTC is a risk to the entire market right now, I'm going to say BTC is a risk to the entire market. You understand? I'm not like other people. I don't care. I don't fear what people are going to say to me. My video is not sponsored. I don't really care. No one's, no one's paying for anything here. I think the only person that's sponsored here today was, who was it? Decitrack. Decitrack is a member, so we have channel membership. He's a member, right? So he was the only member here today. All the other guys are just viewers. Everyone else is like just normal subscribers, right? Do you know what I mean? So end of the day, yes, it's all there. But other than that, my channel's not sponsored. I don't care about sponsorship. I don't care what I say. I don't care what people think about me when I say something. I'm telling you what I feel. What I have in my mind, what I know. I'm telling you. Yes, if there is something that I don't know, I'll put my hands up and say I don't know. And I've like other questions people have asked me earlier on the stream. They asked me something I don't know, right? So even with XRP, if I didn't know, I would say I don't know. I would say I don't know. But when I know something, I'm going to stick by it. I'm going to stick by it. I don't care what people say. I'm going to stick by it because the truth is out there. It's going to come out, right? So Jared says, when you say Ripple transfers the money from bank to bank, what do they use? You tell me. You tell me, because on the blockchain, I don't see millions of dollars of XRP moving from one location to another, one wallet to another. I don't see that. All they're using is the technology, RippleNet. RippleNet doesn't use Ripple. There's Ripple is completely separate. Ripple is separate. It's not even a coin. That's where, I think we had a bit of a it's not even a coin. RippleNet, right? RippleNet doesn't even have a coin, doesn't need one. But that's what they're using to transfer those money. It's a whole different system. Like, as I said, software as a service. That's what it is. It's not using XRP. Why do people think it's using XRP? Because if it was, we could see it on chain. Go on the blockchain, we'll see it. If someone's transferring $100 billion, $200 billion from here, we see it. Why aren't we seeing it? Listen, I'm asking you, check on the blockchain and tell me that was Ripple. That's what the banks are using. We don't have that. Unless the banks are doing a few $100s and a few $1,000 transactions, then yeah, Ripple's doing a great job. But as I said, let's not go there. Let's not ruin the entire bullish mood that we have for XRP, because if I say, then I'm going to sound like I'm the enemy. I don't want that. Oh man, I'm not going to go there anyway, bro. Eddie says, wow, you're right. I don't know what I'm right about, but whatever it is. Faisal says, mango Spanish. Yes, why not? Hasta la vista, baby. Jared, what's your favorite coins? Fiat, RLSD, XRP, RLXD, other stable coin. It always goes to XRP every time. Well, hold on. Jared. If RLUSD has just been announced, in fact, as of last couple of weeks ago, some institutions, I think it was like 3 million or something, or billion, I can't remember, RLUSD was being onboarded. Then when were they using that? Bro, let's leave it, please. Yes, okay, when it happens. So when it happens, it happens. When it happens, it happens, right? But did it happen before? So why are we talking about the future? The future, what do I say? I've said it on this live stream. I said the future, I believe they're going to bring smart contractability and they're going to grow even more. They're going to be even bigger. They're going to be freaking... I've said all of these things. So when did we start talking about the future? Because if you were talking about the future, sorry, I misunderstood you, right? Now you're talking about the future. I'm talking about what it is. Because you asked me, what is XRP? And I told you what XRP is. That's not what XRP is. That's what XRP is going to be. So if it's gonna be, we're not talking about gonna be. It's your statement. You said, can you tell me what XRP is? So if it is, I told you what it is. So why are we talking about was? Or sorry, it will be. Come on, bro. Come on. Let's not do that, please. Not when I've been on a live stream for 2 hours and 40 minutes. No, believe me. No, don't, don't. Please, bro. Ripple, and so RLUSD, I'm going to make this short for you. I'm not going to be in longer because it's too long, right? I think it's getting the stream is getting a bit stupid right now. Let's just put it this way: RLUSD was created for the crypto industry, created for us, right? Crypto industry, so they can basically do whatever, regulate us or whatever. I don't know. That's one of the reasons why USDC was created. They don't want USDT. The USD Tether, they don't want Tether. So other coins are being created to replace Tether, right? So that other companies and institutions can have some sort of a control. So that's why RLUSD has got the green light. Fine, regulated, whatever, just like USDC. That's what it's coming for, right? That's what it's coming for. Great, we know it's coming. That's not an issue, right? That's USD. When the USD comes in, goes through XRP and whatever, that's a whole different story. I don't want to even know about that. That doesn't matter. It's going to use XRP's blockchain. But for the last since 2013 to now, 2013 to now, like what, how many years is that? Like 11 years, right? 10, 11, 9 years. Is it 9 years? 10, whatever many years it is. I can't even freaking remember now, right? My mind's gone thing. XRP did not do any of those things. That's the truth. XRP did not do any of those things. Since the Flare network and all of that have come in, I've mentioned it, right? all of a sudden now they're planning to do this smart contract functionality. So if they are going to go from RUSD to XRP to RUSD, whatever BS, that's crypto. In the real world, with the 200 banks, they were already doing something else. They were doing it with fiat. That wasn't RUSD. So, and do you think they're going to stop that? They're still going to do that. So RUSD is created for us, not for the banks. Banks don't give a shit about it, right? They want their fiat. They like their paper money, bro. Let's be real. They like the digital numbers from one account to another, transferring numbers. That's what they like. Crypto is so that they can take from us and use us, basically. That's what it is. Monitor us. That's what it is, right? I'll still prefer USDT over anything. I don't care what people. So let's go there. If you want to go there, let's go there. I'm not gonna. I think they're gonna be launching RUSD, or it's already launched anyway. RUSD, USDC, all of them. They're all there, created by centralized institutions to track us, right? To the point where one day they're going to start blocking accounts. They're going to start taking money out of your account, right? This is a kind of a CBDC on the digital world. That's what's happening. That's what's happening, right? So for me, I'll still trust Tether, or Tether's younger brother, whatever. I don't really care. I'll still trust that because at least they're not. I know someone's not going to pull the plug on that one, but they're trying to pull the plug on that one because they can't control it. They can't control us. That's what's happening. Jared, I'm not even going to answer your last question, my brother. Let's leave it there. All right. I think Google's your best friend. Please Google it. I'm not even going to go there. Let's not argue. All right. I think Google's going to be a better thing for you. Whatever's on Google, it's going to help you more. So let's leave it there. All right. I'm not going to listen. Being here 2 hours and 44 minutes right now is not the thing. I'm not going to talk about it. Right. Let's just go. Go for it. Listen, let me just say something. My problem is I don't like centralized projects. Even then, I still buy them, I hold them, I trade them, right, during a particular time. But other than that, all the centralized stuff that's coming to us, a lot of people will see them as great things, great, but just mark my words, give it a few years, a decade maybe, they're going to come and bite you in the ass. Centralized projects are going to come and bite everybody in the ass. They're not here to favor us. Centralization doesn't favor us people who have made generational wealth. They don't. They're here to basically attack us and do whatever to take our funds, seize our funds and whatnot. That's what's happening. So centralized projects, I'm not a big fan, right? Especially when I see, all sorts of other people behind them. Nah, I'm not interested. Believe me, I've been transparent about it. As soon as we heard about centralization and all these old institutions coming on board, I said, look, we're inviting the devil. We're inviting the devil to the party, right? It's going to be game over soon, right? The devil's coming to the party. So that's what it is. Of course it is. You think it's XRP is decentralized? Well, good luck. If that's what you think. Well done. No worries. Right? How can a party be? How can a project be decentralized when it has a fully registered company and a whole board out there, right, governing it? All these institutions trading it. These things decentralized. Come on, please, bro. Come on. Let's not go there. Come on, man. All right. Any project that has a VC funding is not decentralized. They can act as much decentralized as possible. Like Cardano's just mentioned, right? Cardano, Charles Hoskinson, go and search his video a couple of hours ago. I don't know, maybe 4, 5, 6 hours ago, he launched a video. Go and watch his video. Charles Hoskinson, go to his channel and watch what he says. How he wanted Cardano to be decentralized and it's not decentralized. He's having problems. The thumbnail on this video, the title on this video, Cardano's having internal problems. Why? Because he had a vision 10 years ago. He had a vision. He wants to make this decentralized. But internally, it's not decentralized. It's centralized inside. He's admitting it. He's put it on his own video. Right? Anybody who takes VC funding, any company who takes VC funding is not decentralized. Let's just put it this way. There's someone else there who's got their thumbs on them. Come on. Let's not go there. Come on, please. Right. Lonzo Turner says, that's why in the next 4 years, I'm going to diversify my portfolio under Trump. Great. So did you forget that? Have you got so short memory that Trump was anti crypto? Did you forget that last season he was anti crypto? Did you forget that? Because if you forgot that, then it's fine. It's okay. We're all positive with Trump. And by the way, I have nothing against Trump. I respect him as a man. I love him as a man. I think of him as an idol, right? You know, not as an idol, but I respect him for what he is as a businessman. But as a president or prime minister or someone in power, right? I also have other feelings about him and I feel sorry for him. But when you're thinking about these kind of things where people just swing their, ideas one way or another, he's always been anti-crypto forever. And then all of a sudden he's now in power. He wants to be all positive about it and this and that. Have you asked yourself why? Because coincidentally, just before he became the president or voted into be the president, he just launched his own cryptocurrency exchange. Well, hold on, isn't that self-motivation? Have you thought about that? Isn't there benefits for him? So I'm just going to leave it anyway. Of course, because it's time, of course. No, I don't hate Trump. What's wrong with you? Why would I hate Trump for? I don't hate anybody. What's wrong with you? I don't hate anybody, right? I've always been very open about it. I respect Trump for who he is. But when it comes to like prime ministers and president, I'm anti-political. I'm not a political guy. I don't like political parties, right? I don't think they benefit the people, right? Every one of them come in, they kind of do something at the end, right? To kind of shit on everyone. That's the truth. Come on. Which party's been good for you? Tell me, which party's been good for you, right? Tell me. And I'm willing to listen. Please educate me. Which political party has been good for the people other than the select few? Tell me. Even this particular time, Trump goes into power, talking about Brad Garlinghouse, XRP, fine. They've funded that political party. They were funding. Why? To be on the right side. You see what I mean? So yeah, politics, right? End of the day, come on. Let's be honest about what it is, right? Jared says, why do people get worked up when XRP is mentioned? I don't know. Because I get worked up because I'm trying to explain something, right? What I see. But other people try and tell me what Google says. And I'm like, look, I can't defeat Google. So Google's the winner. Right, leave it there. New Game says, the prophecies written in the holy book, the Bible, are coming to pass slowly. It seems day by day nowadays. Listen, there are plenty of prophecies out there, right? Yeah, they might be coming, but we are definitely at the end of times. Regardless, I'm not a religious guy, so I won't really know. I'm not that religious, so I have no idea. It is what it is anyway. I have no idea. Lonzo says, I believe Trump was naive to the facts now and got the facts right. He's on board. How long will Elon Musk? Elon Musk has already on board. Elon Musk already owns BTC. Haven't you heard the news? He bought it last season. He's already on board. I don't know if he's made it public. He's bought BTC. He's even sold BTC and he dumped the price once. He's even sold it. He kept some of it and he dumped it. So he's already on board. And talking about Donald Trump being naive, he's been friends with Michael Saylor for 20 years. He's friends with Michael Saylor for 20 years. He's naive. Believe me, you're naive if you think he's naive. Let's not go there, please. Did I say my favorite coin? I don't have a favorite coin in a bull market. Every coin for me is just there to make money and dump. Right? My favorite coin's in a bear market. So come back in a bear market, I'll tell you. Republican or Democrats, whatever. I'm not a party guy. I don't. Even in my country, I don't vote. I don't vote. I will not be part of any of these criminals, right? Because none of them are here for the people, right? They're not here for the people. I'm a people's man, right? If you're going to change things, do things for the better life of people, better livelihood, cost of living, whatever, reduce all of those and let people have a better life, better wealth, better finance. Yeah, I'm all for you. But nobody, I haven't seen one prime minister or one president come there that thinks about their people. They can talk the talk, they don't walk the walk. Please, let's not go there, right? And then there's so much red tape and so much BS out there. Let's not go there. Faisal says, can't disagree with that, Sham, at all. You're bang on. I don't know bang on about what, bro. I have no idea what's going on anyway. I'm not going to do anything. Lorenzo says, yeah, tax-free. Yeah, exactly. So Trump said he's going to make it tax-free. Let's see. And then let's see 4 years down the line who comes and replaces him and what happens to that. Is it going to stay there? Come on. Come on. It's like changing the weather, but every 4 years. Come on. Yeah. So let's see what happens. Let's see what happens. Let's see what happens. Lorenzo, I know at the end of that you said something. I don't know if it's going to happen though, but hey, his mind is in the right place. Let's hope so. Let's see what happens. I mean, we're not going to make excuses for people. We want to see facts. We want to see facts. Like, for example, one fact, he said he's going to get rid of Gary Gensler. Fine. We know Gary Gensler is leaving in January. Gary Gensler is leaving in January. He hasn't left yet. He's leaving in January. Fine. Okay, fine. Gary Gensler's leaving in January. Where is Gary Gensler going? Is he going and working for McDonald's, or is he going to a higher position? Go and check that out as well. Because these are things you got to check. Because people always just take what's given to them. Like, oh yeah, we're excited. Look at the actual scene. Or look at is he getting a promotion or a demotion? Go and see that. If he's getting a demotion, then Trump has done his job. Right? I'm happy. Right? Gary Gensler got what he deserved. But if he's getting a promotion, did he get what he deserves? Or are we getting what we deserve? So yeah. New game. The past 4 years since COVID has shown that humans can't run this world. That's why the king will be returning to help us. God willing, let's see what happens. You know what I mean? If the King of Kings come along, let's see, right? If the Messiah comes along, let's see. We don't know yet, right? You know, we could have the devil coming out right now. We might have the Satan come out right now. I don't know. Whatever. Something's going to come out right now. You know, something's happening, right? Let's see. We don't know. You know, Jared says, love your, no, it's my comment all the time. Jared, I do a live stream almost every single day, because today's a long one. It's like almost 3 hours, but I do a live stream every single day. And people who have watched my live stream from the beginning, I've been on YouTube since 2020, right? On this channel since 2020. Everyone knows my views. I've always been the same. I'm like, look, be honest with yourself. Don't pick a particular coin and go all, like, you know, crazy about it. It's like, that's it. This is my Bible. This is what I, like Michael Saylor turned around and says, Bitcoin is a religion. I'm like, freaking come on, dude. What the hell is wrong with you? Brainwash or something? Stop saying shit like that, right? So end of the day, if it is his religion, good luck to him, right? But don't make it that. Don't do that. Look, market goes up, pumps up. You're not going to sell. Someone else is going to sell. Right? So be prepared to sell. If you're not going to sell, have a stop loss. That's what I want to say. End of the day, right? Have a stop loss, right? But at some stage, when the market bleeds out, buy it again. You'll have more. You'll have, you know, if you sold the top or anywhere near the top, you'll always end up having more of the assets. No one's telling you to cash out and take the fiat and do whatever. Fiat's crap anyway. So you can be in crypto all your life and no one can tell you anything. You know what I mean? So you can do that. Anyway, I'm not going to say anything else. Jared says, do you think we have another bear market? We're always going to have, what goes up will come down. So we're always going to have another bear market. End of the day, you know, and that bear market is going to probably last 6 months, maybe a year. We don't know, but we're always going to, we're not going to go up forever. Come on. We're not going to go up. We know that. It doesn't matter if it's crypto. It's all markets do the same thing, housing, everything, but they have different timetables. Some of them 10 years, 20 years, you know, but we always, right? You know, like Bitcoin does a 4-year cycle, crypto, let's say 4-year cycle. That could change to 5 years, by all means. It could change to 5 years, maybe 6 years. But nothing's going to go up forever. At some stage, we're going to come down. Hence why, as soon as we enter this phase, right, where we're right now in this particular market phase, right, I said to everybody, I said, guys, think of it like it's the beginning of the end, right? Beginning like your Bible stuff, right? So similar way. Think of it like the beginning of the end. We've come to that point where at any point now, the market's going to go south. When it does, be prepared. That's all I'm asking, right? And that's what I advise to most people on my live streams. I tell everybody, so that's what it is. We don't pick coins in a bull run. We pick anything. We just pump, dump everything, right? And then we wait, and then we buy it again on the bottom and roll it up again, and we do it all over again, rinse and repeat. So that's what it is. Lorenzo says, I meant to say along with Elon Musk. Well, okay, fine, no worries. They all have a party and they sit and drink tea together. So believe me, they're wise enough. If you think they're naive, you're wrong. They all know, they have a conversation. They sit together, they dine together, they eat together, they meet up. They're on a speed dial with each other, right? And I'm not talking about specifically about Elon Musk and Trump. I'm talking about all of them. All of them, they're all on speed dial. There's a whole group of them, they're on a speed dial with each other. You know that. The Billionaire Boys Club, right? They're all there, right? So if you think they don't know about certain things, they're not educated, or they haven't had a conversation, you're wrong. They've already had that conversation. Not now, they've had it probably a decade ago. They already know about it, and they have it every other day, right? Because someone's going to go there and poke at someone and say, oh no, how's your BTC balance doing? And the guy's going to turn around and say, yeah, I had it at 10k, now it's at 100k. So yeah, I'm doing quite better than you, mate. So you know what I mean? They're going to pick on each other, and that's what's going to happen. It's like banter, right? As you say. Matic Up says, what's wrong with Cardano? I'm not going to repeat that on this because I've been here 3 hours, Matic. So what I'm going to say to you, go to Charles Hoskinson's YouTube channel, please, and just go and watch his latest video, right? He'll talk about it because I don't have the patience to repeat myself again. New Game says, you're right, the devil Satan is working hard right now. Satan is the prince of the air. Probably, bro, probably. I don't know. Listen, for me, Satan, God, and this and that, I have a whole different belief system. I'm not gonna say anything here, but yeah, I do consider myself to be a Muslim, but I'm not like your average Muslim. I have a whole modern thinking behind it. I'm not religious, I don't pray, I don't do none of that stuff, and I'm completely transparent about that. Everybody knows about it, and I have my reasons why not, right? When it comes to Satan and the devil and all of that, I don't worry too much about it, because end of the day, listen, what are we like when we're looking for the King of Kings to come back, right? And funny thing is, Muslims, we also believe the King of Kings is going to come, right? We don't call him the King of Kings, but yeah, we're going to have a Messiah come back. However, the difference is, right, what difference does it make to us when the world's going to go to shits? It's going to go to shits. What are you going to do about it, right? World's going to end, it's going to end, right? So ultimately, if you believe in all of those Jesus and all of the God and all of the devil and all of the Satan and all of the crazy stuff, right, then you must believe in Armageddon. Well, that's what I believe in, and all I wish is I die before the Armageddon. So that's it. It's a simple. I make it simple. There's a God. He sent loads of messengers. Great. Yep. We've had all of them. There's a Satan. Yeah, we have them. No problem. We have angels. We have no problem. And then we have an Armageddon, and it all ends. Fine. We're at the final hour. No problem. We're gonna have an Armageddon. I wish I'd pass away before the Armageddon. Problem solved. So I don't die in that pain. You know what I mean? Easy. So simple. There's no point complicating things. It's simple. That's I just leave it like that. I hope that kind of makes sense. Jared says, yeah, I don't diversify and I do regret it. First bull run. Okay, this is your first bull run. Well, I've been in it 3 times. This is my third one. It's my third one. So New Game says, thank you for all your input. It's great. Thanks for taking your time and informing the people. I try my best, and I'll always give you the honest thing that I know, the information that I have, or the information that I've actually gone deep down to regret. So Jared just admitted that this is his first bull run. Right? Jared, this is my third bull run. So I've seen certain things you haven't seen. I've seen certain news that you haven't seen. Also, there are things that are not on the internet right now, right? That were there before. They're not just not there right now. I entered the market when we only had 300 coins. I entered the market when we only had 300 total coins in this market. And by the end of 2017, we had 3,600 coins, right? By 2020, we had like 8,000 or 9,000 coins. So you see, I've experienced all of this. I've seen different phases. I've seen all the narratives come along and go, right? But when we had 300 coins, I had more time to investigate all of them. So I did what I had to do. You know, when we had 3,000, even then I could investigate certain things. So we used to go around doing these things. So anyway, that's what it is. I'm not going to say anything else, but it is what it is, you know. But I see things for as they are. I respect things for as they are. I'm not saying anything bad. That's what I've said to you before as well. I don't say anything bad, but I don't like people coming and having that illusion, that bubble right around their head. Like, this is what it is. No, it's not. Let's be freaking honest about it. It's not, right? But it can be, and we want it to be. So you see what I mean? So my whole vision is we want it to be, because there's opportunities out there. Why not? We take that opportunity and we go to the moon because we want to go to the moon, right? We don't choose to go to the moon because it's easy. We go to the moon because it's hard. That's what Kennedy said. Remember, right? So, oh my god, man. Amit Pal, Amit, my brother, is that you? Damn, my brother, you said you wise man, my brother. I know you, Amit, that's you. Oh, my brother, long time, long time. Anyway, new game says, yeah, that Armageddon is not going to be pretty. Definitely want to get out of it. Exactly. Do you know what I mean? So that's how I look at it, right? You know, it's simplify it. Let's not complicate things, right? Of course, like religiously, right? Religiously, right? If we're here, like religiously, we're humans, we're here, and I am religious in a particular way. I believe, okay, let's keep things simple, keep things honest, try not to hurt anybody, try and give good advice to people. Any bad thoughts or anything, keep them away, right? So, you know, do all the good things, right? If you're doing all the good things, ultimately, God should, if He's omnipresent, right? He sees it, He's seeing you're doing your good things, right? Keep it that way. That's it. Rest doesn't matter. People, politics, all of these, they're just nonsense. Religious bunch of names, doesn't matter. They're all nonsense, you know, all nonsense. So I don't look at that. I'm like, look, I just want to be a good person. I just want to do my good thing, do my part, right, for society and everybody. Do what I can, keep people's minds clear, keep people grounded, move forward. And then, you know, if I pray, but I do remember God all the time. I don't fear God. I actually love God. So a lot of people fear God. I don't fear God. I love God, right? There's a difference between me and most people, because a lot of people, oh, fear that God's going to do this, God's wrath. No, I don't think God will ever have God's wrath. Only wrath we're ever going to see is Armageddon. But that's the day of judgment, right? If this is the day of judgment, then I want to be out and into day of judgment as soon as possible. I say I'm done. So, oh man. I love meme coins, Jared. I love meme coins, and I do say to people, if you go into meme coins, go and have fun, but don't buy and hold, right? Unless it's a bear market or something and it's a high performance coin, right? If it's not one of them, then don't hold. Don't hold. That would be the worst thing you could do. But yeah, have fun. Meme coins, have fun, right? Money we can afford to lose, have fun. That's it. New game says you can't read the book by its cover. I don't know. Listen, there's so many books out there. How many books we're going to read, right? But I can tell you this much. New game, I can tell you this much. I'm a passionate, how would I say this? Because I'm not officially, so academically, I'm not a historian. Academically, I'm not a historian, but I'm a passionate lover of religion and history. So I combine both together. So I actually like to understand where religion started, where did it all start, and if there is Adam, what was Adam, and where did it all kind of change and what happened. So I love those history, and I find that when I go back beyond my religion, beyond every other religion before that, and I go all the way back to Adam and Eve, all the way back to the beginning stories, then I see things in a different light. Because then none of the rest matter. When you go back to the beginning, go back to Adam and Eve, right? Go back to Eden, right? To the point of creation, right? Even before Eden was created, right? Go back to before the heaven and earth was created. Go to that point. Things change. It's like, hold on, that's the point. What's after that? Nothing. Everything else was man-made, right? Everything else is for man. It's for man. It's not for God. God created you and all the universe and all. After that, beyond that, it's all for man. Why am I bothered about what man thinks? Get lost. Don't really care. Do you know what I mean? Oh man. Oh man. Lil Joey says, do you invest in crypto? Yes, this is a crypto channel, bro. We've been talking about crypto for 3 hours and 6 minutes, and you come in and you said, do you invest in crypto? Yes, we do. Lil Joey says, I'm building a crypto tracking app. So what will be the feature you would want? There's only one feature I would want, is I want to know where every single coin is moving. Just as I mentioned about XRP. So if you can put something there, we want to see XRP, right? All the XRP coins moving up and down every single day. We want to see that. That's it. That's what matters, nothing else, all right? And any other coins as well. We want to see where these coins are moving, how fast, how much money are moving. Just like similar to Whale Alert. Whale Alert also does a good job. So it kind of posts it on x.com. Similar way, if you have something, yeah, go for it. A new game says, so if we come from Eden and everything comes from the root, where did God come from? Who is his spirit from? You tell me, because that's where the confusion is, isn't it? That's where the confusion is. So if we're gonna go, we don't want to go there. New game. Let's talk. Let's do this on another day, please. It's 3 hours and 7 minutes. I'm not gonna make this any longer. New game. I promise you, I'm gonna answer that question for you. New game. I want you to come on another live stream. I will answer that question for you, because it's going to be an entire stream just us talking about this, and I'm going to hopefully open your eyes a little bit, and I'm going to hopefully make you respect everything in this universe more than you actually respected before. Because what's going to happen is I'm going to take that difference away from you, so you're going to say, hold on, there is no difference. I'll do that. Come back on another one. Please subscribe, right? Hit that like button. Let's come back, because 3 hours right now, my throat's hurting as well. But I would love to have a full conversation with you about that, and hopefully I will open your mind from what I've learned, by the way. So this is not, I'm not going to be biased towards one religion, as you probably understand. I'm not biased towards a particular religion. None of that business here, right? I'm honest about it. Yeah, I was born in a Muslim family, no problem, right? I'm supposed to be Muslim, no problem. I don't do any of those things, you know what I mean? But I've gone ahead and I've researched, and I said, right, okay, I want to understand. I want to see what history has for me. I want to see where all of this started and where all of this goes. And I want to see that. And that's where I believe that I found my answers. And maybe, you know, I can tell you what my answers are and see where things go from there. So let's do another stream, please. Let's do another stream. Right. No, Lil Joey, no, not that kind of stuff. But yo, if do whatever, Lil Joey, do whatever. Again, if you, whatever your tracking app is, you'll be fine. I'm just being hypothetical here. Again, I'm really not in the mood right now to discuss an app. But yeah, because there's plenty out there. Of course, what we would like to see things. Again, it's hard to say. How would I say this? I'll tell you what would be the greatest feature to have. So if you look at CoinMarketCap, the first thing they show is price, right? What the today's price is, and maybe a chart and what the total market cap is, right? I'll tell you what you can do. That would be number one feature, is instead of the prices, obviously, have a feature. So this, Joey, this is for you. This is 2 features. I want you to have 2 features. One, how many holders there are. How many holders there are, right? Have that. That's a feature. Of course, other places do it as well, but you got to go and find it. Do how many holders there are. Number one, how many holders there are, right? That's very important. Also, do something like a metric where it shows how many trades. So rather than us going to Dex Screener or Birdseye, where we can also see that as well, how many trades are happening, not the volume. We don't care about the volume. We don't care about the money. We want to know how many people are actually buying and selling, right? So not the one indicators that show, oh, this many people are buying and that. No, none of that percentage business. We want to see exact numbers of buying, selling. So basically what you're doing is you're taking the volume candle, break the volume candle. So you break the volume candle and you show us the exact figures of who's buying and who's selling, right? Do that. I think that's going to be best. That's going to be best. And then you're welcome to come here, share your thing with me. I'll promote it. You know, go to the comment or whatever, leave a comment there with your link, whatever. I'll check it out. I'll review it. I'll promote it. Honestly, listen, I'm happy. You don't have to pay me anything. I don't need none of, it's not going to be sponsored, none of that business. I will happily review your app. I'll do it on a live. How about that? I'll share my screen and I'll do it on live, right? So yeah, we do this, no problem, man. End of the day, we're here to help each other, right? I hope whatever you're building helps the community, right? All I'm going to be against, right, if it's a scam, if it exposes people, if it's a scam, DApp, wallet connect, this, that, whatever, those things I'm against. So as long as you're not a scam, which I don't think you are, no problem. I will happily come here and promote you, no problem, right? So that's what it is. And anybody else who wants to come and promote their crypto, I'm ready for sponsors. So you can sponsor me, you pay me, and I'll do that for you. But brothers building something that's going to help, that's a different story. No issues, little Joey. And new game, definitely, let's do this on another day. I will happily talk about creation and God and all of those things. I have no issues. It's a mobile app. Awesome. No problem. Definitely check it out. So other than that, guys, listen, my throat is hurting. It's 3 hours and 12 minutes. 3 hours and 12 minutes. And I am kind of tired. So I'm going to call it quits today. Let me catch you guys on another one very soon. I hope a lot of you guys who have come here, who have been through the stream, please do consider subscribing. Smash that like button. I hope you found it entertaining at least, right? If not anything else. And let's catch up on another one, similar time tomorrow probably. Let's catch up and continue the conversation and just kind of pick each other's minds, right? What you think, what I think, those kind of thing, right? You know, let's do it. Why not, right? Let's have a good conversation. Nothing has to be right, nothing has to be wrong, right? Just a conversation, just kind of expressing our own thoughts on what we feel. Do you know what I mean? And I think new game, the conversation you started about like religion and all of that. Yeah, let's have a good conversation. I think we can have a brilliant conversation because I have a theory which I've. By the way, if you go and watch a few of my live streams that I've did in the past, couple of days ago, last week, whatever, there are instances where I've mentioned a few things about my view about religion, right? Which you, if you hear, you'll probably be like, okay. But anyway, I'm not asking to watch those are long videos anyway. But we will talk about it because things are going to be crazy when I start talking about it in a particular way. Because all I'm doing is I'm unfolding everything. That's what I'm doing. So we'll talk about it. New game says, may Jesus anoint your throat and recover it for more lives. Awesome. Thank you very much. I do appreciate that, and I hope Jesus looks down on me. Honestly, I do hope that. So yeah, definitely because I'm sure you guys could hear it as well. My throat is dying right now. Imagine sitting here talking for 3 hours with you guys and everybody else that was here. I don't even know how many views we had. God knows, because last time I did a stream, we had like 2,000 people viewing it, and that was only an hour stream. This is 3 hours. So, but I've seen normally it's about 10-15 people on the stream at any one time. So people are coming and going, so I can see that, which is fine. Because I'm not to everyone's taste, you know what I mean? But I am who I am, and I'm not going to change that for anybody. So, if you like the content, then yeah, you like the content. Well, it's not even a content; it's just a live stream, right? So, but other than that, guys, thank you very much for coming to the show. I appreciate all of you here today. Everyone that's left a comment, everyone that's engaged in the conversation, appreciate that. Highly appreciate that, and thank you very much again from the bottom of my heart. It's been another awesome stream. We had loads of respectful people, which is absolutely fine. Let me catch you guys on another one tomorrow. So around this time, let's meet up tomorrow and let's have another one. Another conversation, great conversation. Other than that, like, share, subscribe, and I'll catch you again. Adios, my amigos.